So let's start rolling audio. Yay! Hi, welcome to Clone Wars.
Rolling start.
We were just discussing how Lucky was out a little bit later, because this will be the first appearance of new computer Lucky.
Hopefully the exorcism of Ghost Lucky.
The super, knock on wood, not going to be a ghost anymore.
We're in the
This is a Lucky even further beyond.
Lucky has ascended.
But
Lucky
so
over heaven.
You were out, and then you had to set up your computer, so you were gone a little while longer. So nobody actually discussed the stuff we said we would discuss between sessions.
Shit.
So
Yep.
we have. Well, actually, while you guys contemplate that, we've already done. Duty didn't proc, and Destiny is currently 3 light, 3 dark. So I will remind everybody that this episode is brought to you by our patrons like I Hear Comics, Blacklist OG, Qua, Jeremy Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Destiny Flores, Rogue Robin, Shawnee P, so also no person from Video Game 75. And now I'm wondering, did I remember to append that? Because I don't think I recorded that last time to the last episode. So if I missed it, I'm sorry. I was lazy and I forgot to edit and upload the last episode in a long time. So I don't remember if I actually remembered to put that in the audio. Who knows?
Oh yeah, we were.
Sorry, I have a cough today. I'm not dying of the corona. I still haven't gone outside since the last time I coughed.
Oh yeah, and discuss about what we saw so far there.
Okay.
And then, guess.
Yeah, what did you guys spend your XP on? I know there was some debate of that still before we started, and what did you all get because we rolled over duty last time?
So I got the mechanics too. That's it.
I'm pulling up my thing.
I went ahead and got charm and discipline up to 2.
Well, clearly you're not going to need me anymore.
No, I'm shit at negotiations. Please, we need you still.
He's only good at some things, not everything.
I have approximate knowledge of some things.
At least.
Also,
now.
honestly, the discipline for most characters is just, I don't want to be lied to or fear checked. Discipline for you is, I also want to hit you with my mind bullets.
Yeah. For me, discipline is... I've noticed a few times I'm been trolling pretty badly on discipline, so I need to get that buffed up.
Well, now I'm going to take back, because now I need to buy up my charm, because I'm not letting the fucking soldier out-charm me.
Well, you're the one who wanted the entertainment business. This is literally your fault.
Okay, what?
If you want, I can move that to...
Oh no, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to silently judge you and make you do heinous things.
Okay, I'm double checking some of my stuff here.
Yeah, you do that.
Because apparently I messed up again and didn't mark it down my calculations.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, Omega's getting on us about getting on high skill levels, but if I'm at the same charm skill as someone else when I'm supposed to be the social character, well, clearly that means I need to put more skill points into it. So when things start escalating, you can blame fucking Boots. Because he can't let me have a thing.
You could have talked about it, but every kid...
Why? But does anybody still have deception, though?
No, I can get deception, but I only have 2.
So what
nobody has any good at that. Anyway,
I think...
yeah,
Loth,
Marth, what did you do?
I guess for the sake of what you said, you want
Action.
to...
Axe!
Cease! I know you have that problem, but when we tell you to cease, you should cease. Marth, you were saying.
Okay. So what I got was the talent rapid reactions, and for my duty reward, I got the Sonata Teacher, which, as I learned, it's pre-configured to one skill and one skill alone.
So does that mean you have to, do a thing to make it do different skills, or you have to buy an entire new one?
I think if it's looking at it says the Sonata Teacher is pre-configured to teach a single skill at rank 3.
Okay, so it's...
That's all it says in the book.
Well, damn.
Alright, so you have to buy another one.
Yeah. And I chose to have it have Xenology in it.
Okay. Well, that's good, because nobody has that yet.
Nope.
Until suddenly holocrons up the wall.
We're not going to crawl on holocrons. Where would you guys even find a holocron right now? Also, I think I'm a little quiet. Okay. I also, only Martha said what he did with his duty. That was kind of included in my request, so...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I got the augmented spin barrel, which I'm going to eventually... Which is just a modification to my gun. So I now have, this weapon sling that someone else could use if they want it.
Alright, you can probably pass that out.
I was going to give it to Loth.
Give it to the Jedi.
He says take it. Oh, hold on. Wait,
Now
this is exactly what I need for my lightsaber. By the way, that literally doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that weapon sling, it only goes on ranged weapons.
Yeah, no, but I can totally just clip it around, and I can turn it into a ranged weapon. I can swing it around.
Lightsaber whip. But that weapon sling will be useful with the new acquisition I have with the duty. From suggestion with Lucky, I now have the grenade launcher. Grenades are included. So sadly, I need to go and grab some grenades.
Yeah, that's it's a pack of. It's the same price as regular grenades, but you can get a 50% discount for a
six pack.
Yeah,
for a 6-pack, and you can buy alternate ammos, which means you can do fun stuff like, oh, I'm going to shoot freezing foam grenades.
Yeah, but currently, mainly just gonna grab some frags. But I guess we'll sort that afterwards.
Yeah. So Boots is now the Grenadier in addition to being the medic.
Yay.
How good is your irate Scotsman?
Oh no!
Oh laddie, we need to get you a Vibro Claymore.
You wee little fucking lads! I'm gonna heal you, and you're gonna like it.
Not bad.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Also,
notes.
Also, on another different side note, just like I've learned that both trees that have the Force Town Animal Bond don't both have like Force Town 2 in them.
Interesting.
Force Rain 2, just like FR2, like both FR1s in there. No dedication. It's weird.
That is weird. Anyway,
I think it's like
doubling up is not always common. It depends on which one you're in. Like lightsaber trees, for instance, usually just have a dedication and a force rating. Yeah. That's why.
Only a thing
so good.
Disciple has dedication and force rating because it's a force rating.
So Lucky, you kind of alluded to what you spent your EXP on.
Yeah, I have bought more skills. Like a skill that could anytime I fail a check, I could flip a destiny point, but as I said, my position as social character feels threatened, so I dumped all that, and I bought Charm 3, Negotiation 3, and Deception 2.
That's a lot of EXP.
Yep.
That's okay. All the enemies who have actual social abilities have, like, Nobody's Fool 5 or something dumb like that.
That's absurd.
I'm kidding. But usually they have a couple ranks of Nobody's Fool, because Adversary only procs on combat checks, kids.
Yeah, they don't get bonus dice for.
I guess at least half the party now can do social foot counters.
Okay. And what did you get with your magic?
My magic duty. I got a backhand shock glove.
Of course you
did. Yeah, I did.
Just Aramaa back slapping Boots. Like, no, I'm the face of the party.
If I get to advantage, I can concuss you, and you can't do shit for a round.
Bonk.
No.
Well, you did win the pugilism tournament.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Punch Jedi.
Also, at least you'll become a good leader of clones. Something.
Someday. Okay. Sorry.
In the future.
My body. All right, let's get to it. Marth posted lots of notes.
I just posted what I wrote down, including some of the stuff you said. So there's that thing, high-speed low Drake get fucked. I remember that part where you said about that being like a raw tactic for them.
Okay, so last time there is a remembery. You built a command post.
Yes.
It does things. It has guns.
Yes.
We have, I think, 4 of those anti-vehicle.
Yeah, if you want to remember, we got the Mor Iridu command post has 4 anti-vehicle turrets, the modular command center, modular barracks, and a multi-sensor suite.
And we have those heat sink generators.
And the generator.
Power generators too.
And then we have that sensor suite.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah. Okay. So that is good to know because a lot of those things do add dice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, last time there was some debate about your approaches to actually improve security because you didn't want to be pushy.
Mm-hmm.
So, we said that we would discuss off mic what your tactics would be, and then we didn't. So, now we're going to discuss on mic what will your tactics be.
Yeah. So, since you guys were so eager about talking about Star Wars here, what did you guys come up with?
Well, let's see here.
Well, plan is to probably come up with like not like a point thing, but more like a list of reputable suggestions for the government to look over and decide on.
Okay.
Well, apparently, this place isn't going to be under attack at the moment. So,
who says?
If we, okay,
yeah,
but we could try
How do you know that?
I don't.
No, you
I'm
don't.
just acting under the assumption that it's not going to be attacked anytime soon, but, that could be thrown out the window. What I'm thinking of is, so Lucky talked to, what was it, Nightshade and his, group therapy militia, attempt. So what we could try to do is, not exactly put them in power, but just take Nightshade and his group and try to organize an actual militia to help defend Mor Iridu.
Well, I said, that is kind of what is the plan, but here is the first problem with this. We've already set up the command post, we've already made talks about using the command post as a training center, and we have the guns. But militiamen are going to have to be coming from their, whatever their normal time job is. They have to take time off the train, they'll have to have, additional hazard pay. This means that basically they have to get paid. So if we do go forward with this militia plan, who's going to pay them the extra bit? We in the Grand Republic Army can't constantly be shelling out funds. As I said, I'm already...
you did just pull your economic stimulus plan, but that was mostly funded at urban renewal and recovery and small business loans. So while you are stimulating the local economy, and in fact we will probably see a spike in the selling of certain consumables. Yeah, I guess tobacco and the equivalents are usually considered a luxury, so yeah.
Now, that means, as I said, specifically the Grand Republic Army can't continue to fund basically a planetary defense force. That's not what we're about. So, the second option is then we basically put that cost onto Mor Iridu, which is a possibility. Basically, we basically say, hey, if you want to have a little bit more power, we will train guys and you just have to pay them for the extra bit. But there's also additional things we can do on top of that. Because, as I said, militia has to come out of their pocket. If they don't want to necessarily pay out of pocket, things that they can do is they can have the biggest level of clone interaction. For example, at the lowest level, as I said, they're going to have us at a command post. There's nothing they can get away with that. I have said, Aramaa has spoken. Boom, command post. But as I said, we basically clones right now. They're doing a lot of jack shit. They might do, if I understand it correctly, they might do some patrols here and there, but a lot of more
basically, you don't have enough ground space to host all your clones, so basically you're rotating out of your cruisers, which have... capital ships have freakishly long consumable cycles. Some of these are able to do, 1 to 2 year long tours. So, you don't need to worry about fuel, keeping the lights on and the heat on and keeping your clones fed while they're sitting on your ships. It's just, then they're on your ships in space.
Yeah. So, at the lowest level, we can have clones start setting up small outposting and controlling areas around Mor Iridu and, maybe surrounding parishes. 2, we can have clones patrol inside Mor Iridu, but not actually enforce any security measures. Or 3, we can basically enact martial law where we have the first 2, and additionally we have clones doing things like security checkpoints and ID checks.
Right.
But I will say that last level is not uncommon, just that would not be how you guys would have been running this Outer Rim planet before now. That's how Coruscant and other major Republic holdings are, is they have entire clone units just on home guard duty.
Also,
I would like to point out, as established in the fluff, that is not technically what your clone units are trained for. You guys are, the Swamp Dogs are a combat recon battalion.
Well, as I said, these are just options we can present, because the Swamp Dogs aren't the only battalion, right?
No, that's the entirety of your unit is the Swamp Dogs recon battalion. You're the Clone 919.
Oh.
You have multiple companies who might have slight variations, but you're in general, your battalion specializes in force recon, pathfinding, counterinsurgency, and hostile environments.
Well,
So
I'll still bring it
the
up.
patrol part, they're great at that.
Yeah.
And I did say they do counterinsurgency, so some of the security stuff they're probably experienced with, but that's mostly probably like, IEDs, locating guerrillas hiding in the jungle. Urban warfare is not their first and foremost. And you could obviously, clones are pretty... Clones are pretty resilient. They spent a lot of time learning how to warfare. You can probably round them out a little bit. They're adaptable, seeing as they are not. In fact, I believe that's the name of a clone talent. We are not programmed or something. Yeah. So they're able to learn, and you can alter their duty profile. But a lot of your equipment is, like I said, wilderness, force recon shit.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of Soho Live out there, so it's probably, even if we did have a dedicated, well, not say dedicated, if we did have a detached force to patrol Mor Iridu, it'd probably be on a rotation as we send clone boys out to not, do just one thing. But what I was trying to mention before is just adding more bodies with guns is another one of those broad measures. It's like adding the sensor suite. It's going to. It's not a hard defense. I want to say it's not like we're not like personally fortifying like this desalination plant to Grand or something. We just have bodies that might see something, and if something goes down, they can react.
Yeah, it's more of a general. It depends on enemy tactics and strategies, but it would be a thing. For instance, if say today, right now, the enemy was to roll up, not that that's happening, but hypothetically, mechanically, if you were to start rolling mass combat for, oh shit, somebody's invading the city, right now you would just have, I don't know, what is it, a platoon worth of guys in the command base, and then maybe some local marshals and civilian volunteers. You would be rolling a very shoddy check. That's probably only like 2 dice, maybe 3? Probably 2. As opposed to goodness knows how many units the enemy would bring.
Yeah, so while getting the clones and or the militia to, police up a little bit, that's more of a overall scheme. So, where did all those notes that just wrote? There they are. So, as I said, our highest level target is probably the desalination point. This is where Mor Iridu manages their biggest export, which is water. And don't anyone scoff at water. There are some planets who do not have water or cannot naturally produce water, like desert planets that are entire cities. Yeah. Those have to import water.
Also, all of just think about all the things you use water for. All of your ships need water.
I remember correctly, this one plant also helps supply the other villages as well.
Yeah, they take seawater and they cleanse it of brack and salt and make it drinkable to everybody because, hey, guess what? A lot of the groundwater on Soho Live is filled with silt or salt in some form. And thus, at the very least, it is not palatable if it is not outright not a good idea to drink it. Because in case you don't know, kids, don't drink seawater. It's bad for you. Bad. There's too much salt in it. Your body doesn't process it like drinking pure water.
So, with the desalination plants, they already have some moderate security. People have to do ID checks. They have fences. All that stuff. They have loss prevention. So, that should stop any casual intruder. But if there's someone who's actually determined to get inside, they can probably find a way. And if someone's goal is mischief of the highest order, they could probably succeed. So what we need to think of is ways to prevent basically a saboteur.
Yes.
Sabotage.
And that's right, and that's what we were doing last time. Spying locations.
Right. Yep. Last time you went to each individual location you had scouted and actually looked at them for potential, for basically try to identify what their strengths and weaknesses were.
Yep.
And I believe it's fair to say, since you guys did okay on those checks, that Lucky / Aramaa does have a pretty good grasp of what the issue of the desalination plant is. It has good civilian spec defenses. Like, some guy probably cannot just wander in and, pop his suicide vest and, cause serious damage. Because somebody would check him at the door and it would be like, hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you wearing your standard issue safety gear kind of stuff? and nobody could, like, sneak in and, like, ooh, I'm gonna taint the water, like, that kind of casually. But, if you guys, if you got some clone boys to, like, put on their matte black armor and grease up with some speeder grease, and slip in, you guys know that you could do some damage. So, and honestly, you guys have encountered some very sneaky droids.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
So, you know that the enemy could make a decent attempt. That while you guys might be able to catch him, especially with the security network, you don't know if necessarily the existing security at the desalination plant could stop them from. I don't know. Blasters are supposed to be pretty destructive. So if somebody just had like an automatic weapon and just went apeshit in there, they'd probably blow up some water tanks or something. I don't know. That's probably the mildest situation. What you guys should be worried about is explosive demolitions and basically what Space President Borge G. Whoosh would say about weapons of mass destruction. Because you know that the Separatists are not averse to biochem.
So,
in fact, you can. They're listed in the book. You can buy Separatist weapons of mass destruction, blue shadow grenades, and dioxis gas.
That's terrifying.
Have stats. It's terrible.
Okay, so first off, one of the things I remember is the layout is fucking confusing. There's no action plan in case shit goes down.
No, they probably have a basic in case of fire, but that's also probably in case of a fire. I don't know. Put some fucking water on it, nerd.
What if it's
help the water's on fire?
What if it's like magnesium fire? That does bad things. Do you know what happens when you have the magnesium fire on a ship? Like one of the aircraft catches fire? You just throw the whole fucking...
Yes, exactly. You throw it in the ocean. Let the ocean deal with it. Yeah. The ocean's problem now. No. Hey, guess what? They're not a military base, so they don't have... That's the thing. They don't have that kind of specialized, like...
I know, but still.
If that's what you're thinking about, like, some of that could be investment, some of that could just be, like, you need to find the guys who own the desalination plant and be like, hey, we're going to run you down through your Department of Spaceland Security official briefing and just train them to do fire. Or you could just have some kind of surge of men and just have some firefighting clones, because there are literally clones for everything. There are clones to do bomb squad stuff. There's clones to fight fires. There's clones to watch your streets, clones to sweep your streets. Clones who are pretending to sweep your streets, but are actually on the lookout for street sweeper droids, which are actually bombs. No, that was an actual episode of Clone Wars.
Wow. So,
yeah, basically that's what your plan is, and you guys can discuss that for a second. I need to double check if it's raining and if I need to close windows.
Okay.
So think about your action plan real quick.
So first off, does the desalination plant has its own have a video surveillance network? I forgot. I don't see it in the notes here. I didn't write it down because I'm dumb. If they have.
Hold on, just checking to see Marth's notes to see if it mentions anything.
Yeah, I only wrote down what was there. I think who did which role. I know that
I did the desalination.
Okay, so you got all successes on that one.
Yeah, but I don't think I didn't write down anything because I'm dumb.
I think Axe got 3 thrown on the power plant. He was power, right? Or was it Loth?
No, it was Axe on power. You and I were the granary. You were the fishery, and I was the granary.
Okay, so there were threats on the power plant role.
Yeah,
so we don't know much about that.
So I guess someone else wanted to check it, but I don't know if that's really going to happen.
Again, we can only check it if we know it in character, though. We can't just...
Yeah.
Someone failed this, someone else go check it.
Otherwise, it felt like there were a bunch of openings anyway, so,
we would pretty much have to be like, oh, hey, did you think about this? It would have to be in character. We would have to hive mind all this information.
Yeah. I was more considering, what I already got. They already showed there were kind of some openings to what there was.
Okay. Well, as I said, we're going to work with the information we have. So, Omega, I forgot. Does the desalination plant have any sort of security, like cameras or whatnot?
Yeah, I believe we discussed that last time. They have basic holocams, probably no sound, black and white, but blue scale, I guess, is because it's holograms.
And blue scale.
So, but they do have a way to watch, because they're probably aimed more at mechanical stuff than security stuff. But like I said, they are versus obvious things where it's we don't want anybody to walk into a water holding tank and just open it up and siphon out the water.
Let's see here. Well, honestly, what we should probably do is we should actually have a sabotage exercise. Honestly.
I mean, I could try that, yeah.
Oh, a drill.
That's what I do to actually, test.
Wait,
that is an actual thing. Intrusion teams and counter-intrusion will actually train. It's theoretically, I think, for instance, for people both playing and at home, if you've ever actually played Rainbow Six Siege, I think that's what the technical PvP is supposed to be modeling. It's supposed to be a live fire exercise.
Yeah. Because basically...
actually blow up every wall.
Because, like I said, because honestly, we're not going to know where the weaknesses are unless we actually unless we actually go in there. Yeah, we can walk around and be all like, but we need to check, if the vents are compromised, how easy it is to actually sneak through security, avoid cameras, how easy is the access to, important equipment, where do they keep, documents and information, honestly, because here's the thing. I don't know, maybe I'm, my brain ain't thinking, but unless I know specifically, how the desalination plant is set up and, what's its strengths and weaknesses, I can't actually devise a counterattack. But my first thing was let's make sure all the vents, ventilation systems are, properly sealed and whatnot. But I was wait.
I mean, yeah, you could generalize, you could say we want the equivalent of, advanced security, enhanced security in here kind of stuff. But that's probably fair. You could do a test to kind of a probe to see how well it works.
Yeah.
Is that what you want your first step to be?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you go about? I assume you want to let somebody know so nobody accidentally gets shot in this operation.
Yeah. Let's see. Who owns the desalination plant?
It's probably a co-op that's partially owned by the city government.
Well, we should probably. Well,
am I giving the mayor of Mor Iridu a name? I should figure out who's in charge here.
Do we want to make that as part of a presentation of things we need to do as when we go talk to the government? Be all we need to do.
Well, yeah, possibly. So that's what I was actually. That was something I forgot to mention earlier because you were talking about how to increase your security, the persuasion to if you chip in or you pay higher taxes or whatever, you can get more as far as your militia goes. I was going to say, yeah, that definitely sounds like a thing to make at least one skill check on. You know what I mean? That's not a thing that you can just say, hey, you should do that and they'll do it. But you, especially being you could attempt to convince them by charm or negotiation, basically, and figure out this plan. Or I don't know, you could fucking lie to them, but I don't think that's your
No, not here. But, honestly,
So is this Aramaa goes to City Hall?
Yeah, we're gonna...
Aramaa meets the mayor?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna do your action plan proposal, you should outline what all you want to hit, as we said. So, you want to talk about drills. You should probably make that general as part of your argument, not just the desalination plant, but if you want to run drills anywhere else, you should just be hey, we need to use some readiness drills. You want to discuss funding, increased security funding, basically.
Yep.
Either they need to figure out to pitch in or they need to accept more clone deployment. Yep. Do you want to make that, two separate arguments, or is that, a compromise kind of thing?
Well, I want to make it more a compromise. If you're okay with, clones running around, messing with your civilians' life, maybe doing a little bit of disruption here, we can totally foot that. But if you want to have a little bit more control and say in your city...
That's a very politician-y tactic, a false dichotomy. Either you accept some clone boys, or you pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll call that, that'll be one argument, basically. And they'll have to, solve it. I guess if you succeed on the roll, or maybe with some advantage, I'll let you pick what you prefer, but we'll work that out. Okay. That'll probably encompass the general security state, right, of, it's just if you win this argument, I think it's just a given that they need to increase security, whatever form that takes.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, so you specifically want permission and want contacts to run drills, and you want to force them to decide whether they want to... Basically, you want to put more bodies in town, and you want to force them to decide how you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Are there any other major goals? You've already built a command post and equipped it. Is there anything else? Is it do you want a private airstrip or landing pad? Do you want to get your permission to throw some fucking sea mines in the lock, in the channel or whatever?
Well, honestly, if we're gonna for things like that, I would like to actually run drills on things and see And like before actually...
you're gonna call the Swamp Dog sub team the Jungle Divers, and they're gonna get to have some fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because as I said, like I don't want to I don't want to start.
You don't want to start over defending. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like appropriate amount of force at the appropriate amount of level, and then a little bit above that.
So I'm gonna leave this open to the group too. Like any other obvious things you want to get in your, as I say, your quote unquote action plan.
As far as I know, Lucky's pretty much covered what I was thinking of. So yeah, I've got nothing to add.
I was more just thinking of like ideas for after this plan commences because this I feel like was pretty solid.
No, that's definitely more of a character. But if you have any ideas now that are general, go for it.
Yeah. Right. We do already covering the desalination stuff.
Like, do you want to conduct a fucking census and know who's all the fucking town?
They probably have to conduct a census anyway. But if you want to do like a military survey,
that could be.
As I said, that's a little invasive, but
that is invasive,
but not overly invasive because you need censuses anyway. That's how democracy works. So
maybe just
so we get a census. We can. Yeah, so I would basically like to conduct the military census so we can get a profile.
And honestly, that seems fair because you never know. There could be refugees. There could be other movements of people because of stuff. There's probably more people moving into town because you've just created some jobs. Good job, you.
Yeah. So we need to understand. So I want to basically start a military level census where we're going to do a bunch of fucking background checks and note everyone down. We want to run basically intrusion and espionage drills on major targets within the city, which we have been listed as the desalination plant, power plants, granaries, and fisheries. And we want to basically force the government to increase the security measures via some means that we may or may not let them actually feel they're making a choice on.
Okay. All right. So, well, let's just do that. So, do I have a good... There's probably a good profile for an administrator.
When it comes to the drills, I imagine Booth is cracking his knuckles like this will be some kind of simulation.
No, this is all the clones cracking. It's like just like simulations.
I'm just thinking about how like Camo would handle it because I wonder if it's a mix between.
Well, I mean, like if you want to plant dummy bombs, he's the guy. Or if you want to train people to handle bombs, also your guy.
Yeah, I got that. Detection.
Okay. Oh, that's a great name. Let's go with that one. The mayor is named Tobias Lank.
That is a great name.
It's a very mayoral name.
Mayor Lank.
I've already come up with a bad nickname for him. He's a lanky boy.
I would have gone with Jank, but okay.
Jank. And that also works.
No. His nickname is it's Tank.
Oh, now he's a big, boisterous human now. Broad-shouldered, maybe getting a little sedentary, starting to get a little fat around the middle. Big, bushy beard. Maybe he talks like this. He's another secret pirate, yar.
Oh, great. We're going to deal with swamp pirates on this day.
What's secretly a pirate?
Hey, you know nothing about no swamp pirates.
And this planet is mostly ocean.
I don't want to go that far. Sorry, I'm just looking for because this should probably be in a pose where I'm looking for a good stat line. Politician rival. I won't go so far as to go full blown nemesis on this. This guy's just a mayor, even if it's the biggest city.
I keep having to remind myself that even though it's the biggest city, it's not actually that big.
No, it's only about 8,000 people.
Yeah, it's only 8,000.
But it also just means it's easier for the enemy to oppress it.
Well, yeah, especially because the enemy has easy logistics. But
fun fact, I'm the one oppressing it right now. I'm enforcing my will upon it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm gonna use the
commanding presence 1. That doesn't matter. I do love at least the way a lot of these NPC profiles have in their equipment. So a politician, by the way, comes with datapad, comlink, and just bodyguards in their equipment. Just got some bodyguards laying around.
Like the deployable bodyguards. It's like
it's in their inventory, like
spawn.
Yes, exactly. It's listed in their equipment.
So it's like some deployable droid button.
Okay. What like is? Are you going for a negotiation kind of thing?
For the it depends on which one we're going first. For the oh,
you want to roll all these separately? Okay, that makes sense. That could work. All right.
Yeah. Because I might
honestly,
be able to get,
I think that probably sounds like charm. You're presenting an argument in multiple steps.
Okay.
What's charm posed by? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this will be... We're going to start the day off strong. This will be 2 reds and a purple.
Holy shit.
Because he has cool 2, presence 3.
Sweet. Alright, so I'm going to add a boost for sense emotions. And what else do I have?
3 for the force die, so you can be 2.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to help make this argument?
So I can't think of anything on the spot with me, but do you think Boots would be allowed to assist and try to give Aramaa a boost die?
I assume you're all... Well, unless Aramaa wants to be like, no, only I go in the office. You guys can all be present, so if you want to chime in, I think if you guys have...
a good voice for, like, the actual, like, force, because, like, he's very, like, chummy most of them, so have a good, like, sense of, like, how willing the force is.
So, yeah, I don't know. He will see all of you because you are part of the Jedi's entourage, so...
Hey, these are my boys.
Okay.
So who wants to assist me? I don't care.
May I please assist?
Yeah.
You may assist me.
Dunzo.
I actually don't... Well, I suppose you could refuse assistance, but I'm not sure mechanically if that's how that works. No, you can't help me. But I did aid another. Alright, anybody else offering any boost dice assistance? Because as we've established, there's no way any of you have better charm than Aramaa.
Yeah.
You're not
I don't even
Lucky
have...
made sure of that.
Yes,
I
I
don't
did.
even have ranks in charm.
But you
Well, as I said,
you career scout.
Well, like, here's the thing. You guys can just add different aspects to my argument. For example, Boots, it can talk about, medical and whatnot and additional funds for that. Camo can talk about the need for infiltration. Kavis can be cute, and that's perfectly fine by Aramaa.
Yeah. It's like, come on. I mean, a little scamp like me could be a separatist spy.
Kill those sirens go off.
Don't even joke about it.
I just picture, like with most Bond villains, Aramaa swivels in the chair and Kavis is on her lap, and she's just petting him.
Just the lap pillow.
Yeah.
What is this now?
We need to make an edit of that GIF with a blindfold.
Anyway,
Okay.
so guess what? Aramaa has said his
I think everybody's assistant.
All right. So
Okay.
This is a lot of fucking. Wow. Why? This is how. Well, okay. First off, I succeeded amazingly, but you'll know why I'm going why.
Oh no!
In a second.
I have some of these checks still screen capped and saved.
It's either going to be a lot of threats
Double
or double
despair.
triumph.
No. It's not bad. It's not a bad check. It's perfectly okay.
Ha!
Dark side.
You said you have like.
Well, good thing you don't, because holy shit. Audience, so this check came to 3 successes, 2 advantages, 1 triumph, 4 dark side pips. He got both double dark sides.
I mean, isn't that more common on that?
No, the double dark side.
No, double dark side is rare.
Is it only one side of the die?
It's probably only 1. I don't actually physically own these dice, so I can't check. Someday.
I wish I knew what these dice look like.
Just order them off Amazon. They're probably only like $15.
Yeah, as I said, it was a great check, but it was just my force power counts for nothing.
Well, you got one of those boost dice in there is sense emotion. That's a force talent.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. With a triumph, I'm gonna go with. So which argument were you doing first? I don't know if we actually said.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the bodies.
Okay. So which outcome do you prefer? Do you prefer more clones, or do you prefer they actually do the thing themselves? I have a sense. I have a theory, but go ahead.
Compromise. I want him to basically fund the militia, and the clones will take care of all outside city patrols.
Okay. All right. That's fair. You have rolled with advantage. You can spin that. So you got a triumph in there. I want to say that you can cut your checks from 3 to 2. What would you also like him to agree to?
Since we're gonna have the clone boys in, I would like for him to agree for us to conduct the drills. And I need to talk to him about. Wait, no, will him actually agree? Wait, no, that's not him. I said he's gonna fund it. I gotta handle the training. Agree to the to the drills.
Okay, that's Dunzo. He kind of sits and he strokes his beard and he's like, okay. I believe I can pass this on to my constituents. You will handle the rough training and assemblage, and I know Alexander Nightshade. He's a young laddie, but his heart's in the right place, yar.
Just the shift, just changing mid-sentence.
The, oops, me accent slipping. I've got it back now. Yar.
It's like he transformed into a pirate mid-sentence.
His eye patch just crawls up and sticks to his face.
All of a sudden, he just opens up his coat and pulls out a parrot, or whatever the Mor Iridu.
A parrot frog?
Parrot frog,
very much.
There we go.
Back where you belong.
Would it just be on his desk, or like in a cage to the side?
No, he's a big dude, and so to cover his bulk, he just has animals in his waistcoat. Kettle. So, so basically, yeah, that's what I want. Basically, we're gonna say, in order so that we do not, interfere with the good citizen, our good Republic citizens' daily lives, we will handle outside patrols and whatnot, but we will take a vested interest in maintaining the security inside by training militia. And honestly, and the great thing about this is, if I can make this a good test case in Mor Iridu, I may be able to spread it to surrounding parishes and towns. Although I'm pretty sure I will not set up a command post in every single fucking goddamn town.
No, that's a little too much.
No, just get militia.
Honestly, if that was feasible, you guys probably would have already started doing that.
Yeah. But as I said, we can bring guys up here for training, send them back with some guns and some skills. But basically, for at least for right now, we need to maybe increase taxes a little bit or something. I don't know. I'll let him handle the.
Yeah, he'll handle it. It's fine. Yeah. He's got a whopping charm of 2 and negotiation of 2.
That's pretty solid, honestly.
Does have commanding presence 1 too. Removes 1 black from all leadership and ghouls checks.
Anyway, so the last check is we want to do a census on all the citizens of Mor Iridu.
All right. Yep.
So
gonna be another one.
All right. So
there's a separate check for this one because they'll need it.
Same. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Oh well. Okay. So we have gone the opposite route here. Forced eye.
Oh boy.
I was about to say, he says yes to everything else except the census.
No.
Or because how long it would take.
No, he's like, no, the Constitution's very clear. You can only have 1 census every 5 standard years. No, okay. Where do you want to put those? If you want to put them, where do you want to put those?
Fuck it. Let's make it 3 success. For advantage.
Okay, so rolled your charm, persuaded him. So he's like, all right, we'll do that. Sure, we will arrange a census. And I suppose with advantage, he'll be like, I'll be sure to fast track that to the local legislature. We'll make sure it gets in front of city council as soon as possible, because obviously it's a very urgent matter. It will take a long time to complete.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So he probably sets out, he calls in his secretary droid and immediately starts drafting a bill to propose to the city council. So this will probably take a couple days to get everything rolling.
Yep.
So, are you basically skipping a few days until you can have your first weekend militia training, or do you want to accomplish something while he's legalizing everything in those next couple of days?
I don't know, does anyone have... Actually, before I forget, since we are not actually, Nightshade, can I do a batch sell of this extra loot that we have so I can maybe get these boys?
Sure, yeah, what things are you selling?
Let's see, 3 E5 sniper rifles, 2 commando E5 rifles with autofire, 2 Barbasol variants, and 2 stun grenades.
Okay, sure.
That's what we did.
You can sell your commando loot. What's the highest rarity among those?
I gotta actually,
yeah, sure, double check.
I gotta double check.
Yes, you can figure it out.
And I'll make that check. So, let me see.
Commander, while you're out and about selling those weapons, can you grab me some grenades, please?
Sure, what kind?
Normal frag grenades, just a 6-pack.
6-pack of frag grenades. I'll put on... Alright, well, while Mommy is going shopping, does anyone want her to pick up anything?
Got milk?
Can't think.
We're out of
maybe
milk.
I really want some Reese's Pieces, but...
Space Treats says feet.
Alright, let me see.
Pieces.
Captain Shark is like, I'd like some space Skittles if you don't mind.
I will pick up Captain Shark some space Skittles.
They're tropically delicious.
I can taste the space rainbow.
Chase the nebula.
They say there's a little bit of actual stars in every bite. Tastes neutron-y.
Alright, I gotta find the,
Yeah, you gotta look up the thing.
Like I said, I just wanted to take care of this in between.
No, it's fine. I guess the question is, if some of those are restricted, which some of them probably are, is... So, normally restricted goods you have to sell on the black market, or buy on the black market, but you guys are kind of authority figures, so...
Oh, geez, yeah, just the Commando E5, just browse the bag. That starts at 6, by the way, but
okay.
That's restricted. Let's see, those are 1,000 a pop.
Well, so here's the thing. The rarity boost works in your favor. On the one hand, they're harder to sell, but they are worth more.
Yeah.
Though I will say the normal rule is I think it's half price for negotiation. Let me look that up while you're looking at the rarity. I will double check how selling works.
Please. As I said, we're just holding on to these, and I know my boys need the cashes.
Oh, okay. So any success is 1/4. 2 successes is 1/2. 3 quarters is 3 successes, but that's of your increased rarity. So technically, you can make a profit.
Okay. Let's see, E5 sniper rifles.
That'd be E5S, I believe.
Oh Jesus, these are pricey. Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to balance the fact that they're less shitty.
Yeah.
How pricey?
Well, as I said, considering in the funds that we've been running around with, a single E5 sniper rifle is 2,500.
Wow.
And we have 3 of them.
2,500 regular buying price. That's 5,000.
Well, actually, hold on. First of all, let me get to Star Wars. Let me actually pull up both that homebrew list, but also the weapon list. Instead of these variants that are not actually stated, it's in my homebrew, but in yonder weapon list.
I accidentally closed something. I probably shouldn't. Let's see.
So I mean, a default E5 blaster rifle is 600.
Yeah, so.
And we have how many of those?
You could do some bulk commerce, but that's a whole thing.
Let's see. Gearless. Yeah, I just got. Actually, no. We're gonna hold on to the stun grenades. We never fucking know.
It's true. You never know.
Yeah.
You do have some guys who can throw some grenades.
Yeah. But the vibro swords, if no one else wants them, they're variants. But I'm just gonna assume that they sell.
Yeah, they just go the same as the core.
I got my two assassin daggers to try out eventually.
Sweet daggers, bro.
The only issue is they're not hard points, so I can't make them more accurate.
No, correct. They are they are specifically not hard pointed because they're special.
They're also Cortosis, so that's pretty expensive.
They're alchemically hardened, so lightsabers. Not that guy got to try that, but
just in case, it means I can't do it.
That's okay. He stabbed Camo instead.
Oh, I'm in the gear list. That's not where I'm gonna find.
No, you're not gonna find a vibro sword. Vanilla vibro sword is rarity 5, 750.
All right, so 750. Okay, let me write that down. So if we're gonna sell this at bulk, our highest rarity is, which are both restricted, is 6 unmodified.
So that goes up to 8. So that means you have to make a daunting negotiation check to sell it, but your price is also doubled.
In the interest of making y'all dope cash, can I flip a point?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Go.
Also, remember the NEM pad, the data pad.
Yep, I do. So let's see here. So that's gonna start. It's only daunting. I do get to daunting's 4. That's right. Upgrade, add another green. Should I take any? I know I'm a 30 figure, but should I take anything else? Still trying to sell restricted gear.
Yeah, I was thinking of adding because you're still going to use negotiation, right?
Yes.
I was thinking of adding a black die because basically you are technically a legal authority who can legally sell these goods, but you're still there's still goods that are restricted, so you're going to have a harder time finding a buyer.
Yep. I don't think I have anything that removes that negotiation black, but
I think we checked that and there is nothing, which is weird.
Which is
you can just get better at negotiation checks. You just can't remove penalties, but anyway.
I guess it's because
I think only ones that can do so are in general, sense disadvantage.
Yeah, there are force powers where you can be you can get rid of any black dice or force talents.
I think it's sense danger, remove 2 black.
Yeah, you can from once per session you can remove up to 2 black from any check.
Okay. Wait, let me double check real quick. So I'm upgrading once, correct? And then
what's in your negotiation is 3 already?
Yep. I have the pad. Did I buy anything else for? Hang on. Kill with kindness. No, that removes blacks.
You get force dice on this, I believe.
I did get force dice. I got 2 of those. Force dice motion. Wait, since emotion is not negotiation, urban compass, that's unfamiliarity, mercantile data pad, that. Insiders, nope, that's advantage on checks to find things. Yeah, no. All right.
Roll.
So rolling. Okay. Let's see. That's.
I wonder what extra Oh wow. Well, you give her that threat just in case. Threat and advantage. I guess threat and give yourself an advantage.
Well, no, no. This is based off successes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I negate the threat and add a success, wouldn't that mean I would get full price at the increased rarity?
Yeah.
And then the triumph does something.
I'm not sure.
Well, Boots wanted some grenades. You're looking for weapons. You can probably, get all your full price and get those grenades in barter with that triumph.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Pick up a 6-pack of grenades. And some space skittles.
So, hold on. Alright, so what are your items again? You got how many?
Let me...
5 E5s?
No, not that many. We got 3 E5 sniper rifles, 2 commando E5 rifles, 2 vibro swords.
That's right, they're doubled because of the thing, so it's going to be a lot of cash, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Making money moves. And then, whatever, it's the 1, so 2K, so that's 4, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what did I say a vibro sword is? 750?
750, yep.
So, and how many was that again, 2?
Yes, 2.
I guess
so that's 3K, so it's... That's... I believe I'm doing my math right, that is 22K credits.
Jesus.
That's
okay.
5.5K each. Split it evenly.
I don't think Aramaa's going to give you all of it. I think she's she's going to give you, let's see here. Let's give it, because as I said, one thing that we've always done, Marth can attest to this, one thing that we always used to do in our old games is, even if we made a fuck ton of money, we didn't give it all out to personal. We would we'd give out, a good amount of it, but then we'd, put the rest in.
Fund.
Yeah, a group fund for purchases later or in emergency.
Pocket stuff in case of emergency or whatever.
Yeah. So, let's see here.
How much should we put in the group fund first of all?
Well, you know what? Let's put in 10K into the group fund. That's a little under half, and then everyone can still get 3K for spending cash. How's that sound? Like I said, if you guys want more money, you want more cred, say it now.
No, I'm just looking at all, my list of items I have, so what I can work with. It's the 3K works. Let's see.
And as I said, Aramaa is going to enforce her fucking rank here, and she will basically be in charge of the extra fund. So if there's something that you really, really want, you have to come and make a case for it to pull out of the bigger funds.
I've essentially, after getting the augmented thing, there's very little extra left on the list of things I want to customize my gear with, and then it's just more heavy to figure out. It's just figuring out
what
expenses
you
to modifications.
Is if you're gonna do some mods, which you're gonna need to, unless you guys are gonna figure out money or whatever to get a base that does this, is you're gonna need some kind of toolkit. Yes.
Yeah. So we go find that, I guess.
Group.
There's many.
All right. So everyone, please add 3K credits to your sheet.
Okie dokie.
Cool. And Loth, you get a 6-pack of frag grenades specifically for your grenade launcher. Remember, you cannot use these.
Nope, you can't throw them.
Yeah. Nope, I've noted it down on the grenade launcher thing, just in brackets.
And that's just the default. That's the default damage profile, and no need to mod anything. Though you do remember, you do have that sling, so you have quick draw on that, and you have cumbersome -1.
Yeah, I've added that to the weapons sheet, just in brackets.
Weapon sales. Alright, so I think we've made money for a bit. Cool. Sweet.
Now, think of all the stim packs you can buy.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was actually going to type in the peanut gallery.
Nope, that's a joke that comes out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, so I assume this probably takes you a couple of days for you to maneuver all this shit. You have to find a buyer, vet him, make sure he actually has all the fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta move all the fucking boxes.
I wonder where this would comp as toolkit.
It's in the gear list, and just Control F toolkit. I think there's a space in there.
Okay.
Then there's the custom toolkit. There's the smart toolkit. There's probably the toolkit that murders people. Oh, wow, I'm tweeting that. Hold on.
Demolition toolkit.
That might also be useful to you.
Right. There is that little intelligent toolbox.
I mean, there is I think it's called the escape kit, which includes a mono knife and slice wire and shit, which is great. Yeah. You can hide it in your boot. I've just thought, God, why did this come out like years after Duquette stopped existing? Because he would have like 5 of these things. He would just be covered in escape kits just in case.
You can still escape it. Usually hidden in a shoe. Wire cutters, laser cutter, and flexible knife.
Yeah.
He's just, with the amount of stuff he's got in his shoes, he might as well be wearing platforms.
It only lasts one round, but it burns through bars, windows, blocks.
I think Duquette had jump boots before we finished.
Yes. He had force leap, but he also liked the idea of jump boots.
That was a very much Duquette thing. I can just solve this problem on my own, but I really want to do science with it. Okay. So we'll say that about 3 days pass, so everybody heal 3 wounds if you need to.
I think I do. Okay. Armaz has been going around with bandages and stuff.
Hey, I gotta remove that extra duty.
Okay, so that's 0 wounds now.
Alright, also, you've had a night's rest, so if anybody has any strain, either from this or leftover, go ahead and clear that.
Yeah, like,
okay, so you did some shopping. Was there any other bits of your action plans you wanted to enable while stuff is ball rolling, basically?
Well, I definitely want to get on the horn. I will shoot off Master Lago a message, whatever he is doing in space. Just saying, hey,
he can probably come back by now.
Okay. Just be like, what are you doing? Armaz just be like, stuff.
He's like, experience is the best teacher. I wonder what this experience will teach you. Also, by the way, nice place. Good clean water. I enjoy the lighting. I may quietly play Djarik in the back there.
Awesome. Now
he's just gonna put that's it. He's gonna take a couple days off and become a quest giver NPC. He's just gonna sit in the back with his hood up and offer all the local Edge of the Empire parties jobs.
He'll just have a giant exclamation point above his head as he sits down.
No. He's sitting underneath a neon sign that has an exclamation point.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's diegetic.
I can image the wandering space archaeologist campaign that's happening in the background.
I hope. As I said, but yeah, basically, if you need the bar has basically become Arama's office area. If you need to find her, she's usually gonna be there.
That reminds me, that was also a thing I think we said we would do off mic because we didn't want to waste time in the episode. We did not detail your employees. We only know that there's the bartender droid, S3VR.
Mm-hmm. So I also paid for the extra gaming space and stuff, so there's like additional on top of that. But
we don't need
until it becomes something that's more relevant, I'm okay with putting it off. So definitely inform Master Lago of all the changes. Inform Nightshade that we have secured government funding for the militia.
Yeah. So some kind of like defense readiness bill probably passes.
Yeah. And so, let him know that we will commence training soon. But let's see here. So, talk to them. Oh, let's see. I guess the quest line with Europa and Dr. Was it Lexi? I'm just going with Dr. Lexi. But Dr. Lexi can wait. We basically did all we could on the mob front for right now. So I don't think there's anything necessarily we need to touch. Oh, I definitely want, since we've agreed to that, I definitely want to start getting, drones set up to start doing patrols, around, cities and, around the cities and I guess, I don't know, guys, what do you think? Do you think we should just keep their patrols around cities or should we actually send them on, some deep scouting missions?
I think for now, start small and then we can expand.
Alright, so definitely want to start bringing down some platoons to have them start doing patrols around Morrisliv, parishes, and anything that's within a reasonable distance, I want to say, I guess. Right. Something that we don't have to go out of our way to pick them up or whatnot, and we can still maintain
contact. They're probably doing some light vehicle patrols, ATRTs or bark speeders, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants foot patrol duty.
Yeah, no. Take a Swamp Strider! We got plenty of them! So, other than that, I guess Aramaa is doing fuck tons of paperwork. God damn it. Or hollow work. I don't know if we use paper anymore. Data pad work, data work.
Yeah, you have data pads, but also you have flimsplast, flexible, reusable paper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some days pass, you guys attend to stuff. This is probably when, in Fluff, you get some of your duty items. Boots spent a lot of time polishing his new grenade launcher.
Yes.
If anyone goes into the training room, they might see Aramaa fighting a drone and just see her suddenly do a spinning back fist and just lay out a drone on the ground. Not a drone, a droid. I tried to combine droid and clone.
And you...
yes, drone.
Yeah!
A training remote.
Cloyd.
A Cloyd, yes. The best Cludge word.
Yeah. I was like, wait, drone, what would the opposite be? Oh.
Other than that, Aramaa maintains her bar.
Okay.
Right there. Yep. Maybe occasionally she kicks the serving pot. I was like, no, I pour drinks now.
As you wish, mistress.
I have a whole list of what I need to get, but I can wait a bit on this. So.
I mean, we're in downtime right now. You got a couple of days. What are you doing?
Okay, let me just say what it is, because it's like I might want somebody helping me to get this down.
Do you want to go on a shopping trip with your big sister?
Yeah, I'll pay it my own money. I just need to help me find these things.
So, how long before you're doing flaming fucking flying pile drivers?
Me? I still need to get shock boots. And as I said, I was going to be buying some Brawl before I got mad at Loth, but as I said, I can always just supplement with the Force.
So what we need to do is we need to break into item crafting, and we need to, not shock boots, but we need to get you, flame boots and flame gloves.
Maybe.
Go, maybe take parts from that flame sword and just use it instead.
No. Now that Master Lago is back, Kavis has made very sure that he's making sure that Master Lago gets to take care of the weird flare sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hope we don't find him using it later.
Oh yeah, he's back.
Good
I
help.
guess we'll just place him to jog with him.
In my bar! Yeah! Woo. But,
alright, so I have, there's
yeah, go ahead, just post a list. If you got a list in list form.
Okay,
that's usually how we do this with big shopping trips.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna post my list.
I don't even have a list.
Oh no.
Oh yes!
We're just going right there, okay. I'm gonna take some downtime.
Well, no, don't worry. I mean, I can't actually. I'm gonna buy the mod parts, but I'm not gonna attempt the mods right now because I'm getting
items for that, so to help you with that. But
well, you can get a whole symbiotic relationship going. Camo has the skills to install the mods, and you have the skills to buy things.
Sweet. But
so luckily, buying the parts for mods is just a thing that happens.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh yeah, you don't actually have to worry about.
Yeah, you don't have to. You roll to install them, so you don't have to roll to find the parts.
Yeah. But let me see here. Let me double check.
Let me just put the price in rarity.
Actually, yeah. Actually, I was just thinking about it. I should have put in the rarity. So let me remove that.
Right, the first one was...
But
this mod doesn't actually have a rarity on it.
Some of those are left over. Type what it is, and somebody will remember what they're doing it.
All right, cool. The ones that don't have a rarity, I don't know what they are.
There's some things in my notes where I missed jotting down the rarity. There's a lot of mods and a lot of items, so not all of them have been universally, but I'm sure Marth probably has a backup somewhere where he remembers what it is or whatever.
Yeah, let me just put down the price.
What?
You have your own set of notes about a lot of attachments and stuff, so if my list didn't have the rarity, you probably remember where it is, or we can track down what book it's in at least.
Yeah, I do have every single book listed for every single attachment that I need to do. But, well, except for I think, probably every book after the release date of Dawn of Rebellion.
Let's see. Shock boots.
But I can probably find where everything else is.
5 and weighted head, if it has already, is...
I do have a gear spread.
Sorry, I'm just double checked Twitter for a second, and apparently a tiger has COVID.
Excuse you.
I mean, considering how many tigers are in captivity in America compared to...
Well, yeah, you have also turned on Netflix in the past week and seen that they're trying to have the documentary.
No, over 20 different people have talked about it to me.
Right. Oh.
Well, it would be different variation of coronavirus because it's a whole group of viruses.
Yeah.
By the way,
and it's also a slow mutation virus, so it's So it's not as bad as the flu.
At least according to Twitter news, it's actually got a strain of the COVID-19s.
But Marth, would you be kind enough to tell me what the rarity on weighted head attachment is?
Sure.
Thank you. It's not.
Weighted head is rarity 5.
Oh, so it's the same. Okay, cool.
So both those 5s, that becomes 7s. I believe that's hard.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Yeah,
I do not need a black die this time. Yay.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just realized something. I fucked up on the previous roll because I rolled the exact same. Oh wait, no, I didn't. No, wait, no, that's wrong.
Where's the list?
I only made 1 negotiation check. That's right. That's why I thought I made 2 for some odd reason. Oh wait, actually, before I rolled, I should probably roll this. Yeah, hang on. Oh,
I'm just mentally humming Ocean Man.
I need to listen to that because I didn't.
I need to turn that on.
As soon as you said it, got stuck back in my head.
By the hand, lead me to the land. It's very catchy. It's very memey.
Very memey
because it's just literally that like I sung a couple of the bars. It's just about that. There's just an ocean man and he goes places. I guess
it's very mimetic. Yeah,
it's just about ocean stuff. What was it? I was gonna add that.
Well, lucky there's that list.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that
not the price of them both. It's just the price of the single thing.
Well, as I said, wait, should I roll these separate for each person buying? Or?
Probably, just for the sake of not putting all your eggs in one basket.
That's true. Okay, well, anyway, here's mine, I guess.
Okay. Alright. So you get 10% profit, I think?
Yeah, 10%
So you get a 10%
off?
discount.
Okay. And then I'll roll for axes.
You need the rarity on the blaster actuating module. Does anybody know that off the top of their head?
I can maybe find it in the book. Let me try again.
Okay, so what?
The blaster actuating module is, I believe, what we don't have.
Okay, blaster actuating module is rarity 4.
No, so it's not the highest. So it's still. Oh,
so whatever the highest is plus 2s.
Yeah, the highest thing I got is going to be at 5, which could become a 7, or I could do a normal toolkit, so it'd just be a 4. So the highest thing would be.
No, it could be the highest. Don't worry, because I just rolled a fucking daunting check over there and I was able to succeed. I just realized. So you're actually getting a better check.
Oh, cool.
So let me re-roll this because I just realized that. Huh. Well, it'll work.
Well, so I'll say that you get 2 advantage, not 3, because you goofed the dice up.
Okay.
So you also wanted to get some mod parts.
Yeah.
Just throw that in for free.
Okay.
He's got the spare parts you need.
Sweet.
Let's see.
I see you're a discerning customer. You wish to buy weighted head. Here, let me give you parts to weight head better.
Well, I guess you could make that 3 successes?
Now he can. You better.
Yeah. Let's make it 3 successes so you can get,
That's 20% off, I think. Every extra success is it 10% of, or is it 5%?
It's 5.
It's 5, okay, so that's 10 total.
Yeah, it was 20% off each success, it'd be a bit broken.
Oh yeah, that means mine's only 5% off, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see if I count. Let me just do would it be of the total or separate?
Total.
Yeah, total. Because you're lumping them all together.
Yeah, let me count it together for a moment. Okay.
That's 500, that's... Oh wow, I literally just spent my fucking 3,000.
That was fast.
That is 2,500, so that'd be 225. I will take that out of my amount. Oh, that makes it perfect, because that takes me down to, I had 1,250, so it takes me down to just 2,000 credits.
So you got 2 blaster actuating modules, I assume that's for your pistols.
Yeah, each one goes at 1.
So plus 1 damage, but you remember that you add 1 black to all combat checks with the weapon.
Yeah, I got the blaster sights to accommodate, but yeah.
And that's not I actually appreciate that's not an inaccurate quality, so it doesn't cancel out.
Yeah.
Get 3,000, spend 3,000.
Jiminy Christmas. That seems really... Well, I guess mods cost money. I'm just wondering, man, that seems kind of cheap. Blaster actuating module is only 500 credits, but it's got 2 damage plus 1 and 2 pierce plus 1 mods in there.
I mean, like, each one is like, that's 100, 200, 300, 400. That's about
it's also the point that every time you do it...
Yeah, so it starts at hard. Yeah, so it would cap out at 3 total mods, because then you'd be at 5. You can't go beyond. Unless you spend a Destiny pool. Yeah. Yes, that is a rule. We actually did that wrong for years. If your difficulty ever goes beyond 5 for whatever reason, the check is literally impossible unless you spend a Destiny point, because that's how Destiny works.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something I'll try. I'll try one of these
days. Blaster actuating module is pretty gnarly. What's the other one you got? Built-in blaster sight?
Yes. I have the descriptions for them if needed.
No, I got it. I was just having to be looking at it. Okay, so that's remove the black dice for called shots on your check. You got a little dot sight on there.
Yeah. Okay, so
Lucky actually did spring to let you get the custom toolkit. Good on you.
Yep.
It's to give me more dice because I think I'll need them.
Probably.
By the way,
believe Taket also had a custom toolkit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty swag.
But I'm pretty sure that Aramaa doesn't want to strap a fucking boot blade into her shock boots. So who wants a boot blade?
Kavis? Moth?
I would say that probably sounds most like Camo's character, but
yeah.
Wait, no, give it to me. I need to continue the name of Boots. With his spiky boots.
I'll take it then, just to spite him.
Alright, give it a Camo.
The pettiness comes out 14 sessions in.
This was my plan all along, to make Camo take it.
Okay.
Well played. Because I was going to take it anyway. So.
Anyway. Money. That's all handled.
Money gone.
Hey, you gotta spend money to make money.
Can I have the stats of that boot blade?
Oh,
it's in the armor list somewhere, but if Lucky's got it also, there's that.
I got it, hang on.
It's HP 0, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just stick it in whatever, but...
Yeah.
Let me see.
There were a couple of dumb things that are a little low on the HP in the spy book.
Yeah.
Though it makes sense, because the point is that you're high-speed, low-drag kind of shit. Subtle.
Oh, is it counted as a mod or as a weapon?
It's
a mod.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mod for your armor, but it gives you access to a weapon profile, which is that. Melee +1, crit 3, engaged range.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that in
your boot.
Alright, now I can shock box. And auto energy is gonna get high.
I now have an
beyond shock. Lightning goes everywhere.
Also, that the weapon maintenance kit is for blasters.
Oh, does it have to be per type? Okay.
Yeah, it specifies repair specific types of weapons when bought, designate type of weapon, blaster, selector, vibro, etc. And then I get two boost on mechanics to repair, modify, or maintain.
Ooh, alright, good.
So it makes it where, like, the toolkit and the thing, I get 3 boost on mechanics checks to basically, modify weapons, which will be useful.
And also to repair if they get damaged, because that will definitely happen at some point.
And I also will need that because my mods make it harder to maintain.
Oh yeah, no, obviously. But
okay. Camo, take my survival knife too. Actually, now I think about it,
I'm not using
it enough.
Knives now, so like.
No, I'm not using it enough.
Okay,
that's fair. It's got a boost to survival, which is why we bought it in the first place.
I'm gonna need to figure out
encumbrance. Yes, probably.
Oh god.
Do you have enough backpacks or duffel bags?
Do you have a load-bearing harness?
Okay, so what's my starting encumbrance again?
Oh, is it?
It's 5 plus your brawn.
Yeah, 5 plus brawn.
And
but you have your arc armor gives you some extra as well.
Oh yes, it does. That also
because it's covered in tack pouches.
All right, let's see. So I have it 8, the low bearing harness, and then the tactical backpack. So like 8, 20. So like I'm gonna have to probably leave the toolkit in the at base.
What are you carrying that's taking up 20 encumbrance? That's a fuck ton.
What's 20 encumbrance?
Didn't you say you had 20?
Oh no, I'm saying I'm counting all my weapons, so weapons don't count.
No, they do count. Your armor doesn't count.
Oh, my armor doesn't count?
No, you're wearing it, unless it says it's like encumbrance 5 or something.
No, it's encumbrance 4.
Okay, so you still takes 1 because it's -3 when you're wearing it, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
that takes up 1.
Does it count for weapons as well?
Yeah. Everything has an encumbrance value.
I meant more for decrease when you have it on your person.
Okay. No, that's how weapons work. Armor's less encumbering because it's much easier to wear armor than it is to take it off and carry it with you.
14. I only have 20 encumbrance. Let's see. Count.
Actually, no, I gotta recalculate mine now.
Alright, everybody take 5 and recalculate your encumbrance.
My encumbrance is all calculated.
So I got rid of my survival knife, and I'm adding boots and gloves, which
I might have to. I think I'm gonna have to give someone else is gonna take my combat knife, and I'll.
Yeah. Well, you just got it as standard. You can just give that back. You don't have to trade stuff if you've.
I'll just give it back. Yeah, I'll give it back, and I'll put the survival knife stats in.
Shock boots. Not shook boots.
And if everybody doesn't have a utility belt, which I think the Jedi do technically, We got the clones don't have a utility belt. You should get one for just a cheap +1 E. It's like $50?
I had military pouch belt. Yeah.
Nope, the utility belt, different thing.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
I have the military modular backpack with 2 storage units.
I just got the military backpack because it's 6 and cumbersome 2, so which is fine because I have strength.
Yeah, you have enough brawn. It's mostly if you're a big baby.
Oh yeah, its utility belt also would probably be. I'll just get that. Just add one more.
Now, normally, in Star Wars, you steal those off stormtroopers you kill, but because you guys stormtroopers don't exist yet, you have to buy your own.
I mean, we're the stormtroopers, but sure, we're the clone troopers.
5 engaged, and it's a cumbrance 2.
All right, which actually probably helps because this custom toolkit is actually really heavy.
Nope, they're like that. And remember, you can always leave stuff behind if you need to.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to keep the weapon maintenance kit at base. It's only 2. But
See, actually, I was talking about this with Marth earlier. I really miss Steve.
Did you have a carry bot?
Yeah, no, Steve, okay, so we're going to tangent slightly. One time, Taket and Nagain had to infiltrate, a big Imperial ship. I don't remember why. I don't remember what we were doing.
It was a pre-gen mission, so...
Yeah.
You guys were just doing it because it was fun.
And we're up in the vents, and we just come across a maintenance droid, and the cat's like, "Oh no, it's gonna tattle on us." And so he fucking hacked it, and he's all like, "But I have separated from its flock. It's defend us now. We must take it with us." And we did.
That is so good.
And we just called him Steve, and he would just, whenever you talk to Steve, he would just say beep
or boop, and it was great because Steve was a complete bastion of emotional support.
Whenever you were like, "Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do," Steve would just be there, beep.
Or I'd scream, "Steve, do something!"
Boop, beep. And Steve would do something. I think you went out of your way to give Steve a coffee machine. So usually what he would do was he would hand you a cup of Stimcaf.
And a writing tack.
I gave him writing tack. I stuck a whole bunch of storage on him because Steve was, I said, I fucking love Steve. You guys do not understand. Steve was the best.
Yeah, he was basically a kind of almost like a Wall-E type, because it was it had 2 treads, has the little Mars rover head, and all the little. It was a utility and maintenance droid, so it had all the little tool arms, and they just stuck a bunch of cargo space on his back because he was had those treads and everything, and just rolled with it.
There was plans to give him more upgrades and stuff because I think there was rules for that to
Well, yeah, because later there was droid crafting came out.
I just noticed the one thing I don't have is now because I don't have accurate by knife, I can't use clanker killer, but that's fine because I actually have a way around this eventually.
By the way, Omega, so the gear of the survival kits that I have is encumbrance 5, but I only really use some of the stuff with it.
No, it's there's no picking and choosing.
Dang. Oh well.
Well, I said it's good. As long as we're save it for when we go on action.
Yeah, that's again.
Yeah.
If you're going in a woods, Axe can leave his custom toolkit behind and probably just take his weapon maintenance kit.
I'm going to leave it behind if we're not going to any place outside exploring. If we're going to Mor Iridu, I'll just leave it at base.
Sure. So that's kind of a thing you guys should keep an eye on with your own equipment because I'm not. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm not constantly watching your encumbrance and stuff. It's just I will occasionally remind you of encumbrance if you buy a bunch of new shit like this, and so you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of just barely underneath encumbrance because the grenade launcher is quite heavy.
Yep.
Encumbrance of 5.
Yep. Well, remember, if you don't have a load-bearing harness, they're 100 base but rarity 3, so they're that's 3.
With this toolkit and this thing, I'm literally at max encumbrance.
Okay, well, good. Don't go over.
Yeah.
Penalties only kick in if you go over.
I think the way the normal toolkit is 2. Maybe you should get that. But I wanted to...
Hey, fancy things are fancy.
Yeah. Also, some of these things don't show up as actual having weight, like the multi-tool hand, or...
Then they probably don't have encumbrance if they have no.
Yeah.
Actually, Omega, because mechanically this makes sense, but if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. So my
military encumbrance 4, so never isn't changed.
My military backpack, which I've given myself, with giving me extra encumbrance. But the most thing that's taking up the most encumbrance is the grenade launcher, which is on a sling on my shoulder or on my back. Which I'm not sure if that'll count with the military backpack? Because otherwise I've got nothing else in there. Should I have the grenade launcher be in the backpack? So that
mechanically that doesn't matter. Like, you can, it's because it's been modded to have the quick draw. You could be like wearing the sling and still have it clipped to your backpack, so you can still quick draw it.
Okay, good.
The encumbrance system is a bit of an abstraction, so yes, it's kind of just you can still access all your shit.
Yeah, I was in my head thinking, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense.
I think we've had this complaint before with encumbrance because everybody buys backpacks and it's like, wait, am I carrying everything in my backpack? Or we're Bex and we're like, wait, you have a grav chute and a backpack? And it's like, I don't know, I guess I'm wearing my backpack on my front. He's got a front back.
Space fanny.
Yes.
Space fanny. Space.
Is there anything in your back? No, there's nothing in my backpack. It just helps me carry more things somehow.
I just realized that the backhand shot gloves are E0, and I find that weird.
I mean, you're wearing
these gloves.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's because they're gloves.
Yeah.
And if it's really on your hand, so like there's not really weight to carry, even though it might be like E2, but like it's on your hand.
Like that's the thing. Shot boots are E2, so I'm like,
it's probably because they're boots and they're heavy.
I guess.
Yes, we are.
Because boots are like.
Also, by the way, I should point out, because you have the military modular backpack, right, Loth?
Yeah.
If you wanted, that will actually technically reduce your encumbrance, but if you wanted, you could pop out those storage units and put in stuff like oxygen units or sensor units.
That seems like something for the future, but now having that extra encumbrance would be nice.
You never know when we gotta.
I'm pretty sure most people do the storage units, but if you wanted, you can also do stuff like temperature control, comms unit.
Well, you can also. Don't worry, guys. I'll be the mobile command post.
Useful.
And Marth is saying Kavis also has the military backpack.
With both the storage units.
Alright, so...
The only issue I have is I need to figure out how to,
Kavis and
there's no way to add accurate, so there's no way to, get something to compensate for, the actuating module, so I just have to kind of live with it.
It was the cheapest thing to buy for,
Yeah, because the frame is hella cheap. It's like 10 credits.
The way I imagine it is that, Kavis and Boots are walking around with, packs, just like in Death Stranding. It's just, these big, boxes on your back. That
basically.
Give you more space.
Technically, these are inspired by, I believe they're inspired by the Rebel Alliance backpacks, from Empire Strikes Back. But as you know, the Rebel Alliance never used anything brand new.
Alright, so now I'm at 9 out of 15 encumbrance, but I gotta double check on some of these items I got.
Sure.
Like the Urban Compass and the Insider's Guide and
the compass is... I'm gonna feel bad if the compass is E1.
Urban Compass.
Yeah, hang on.
Also, there's nothing that, actually adds accurate...
Urban Compass is E1.
It is E1?
Yeah.
As I said, it's a bit, honestly, I'm more upset that I can't just combine all these navigation tools and just do my data pad and just be all this is just my swole ass data pad. But whatever. It's the anachronistic future. Let's see. And the Insiders. Actually, Marth, if you have it open, can you check the Insiders Guide, please, and see?
Sure. Yeah, the only thing. Yeah, it's the only thing that actually adds accurate is let's see, is the electronic sighting system and then the custom grip. So
Are you checking for encumbrance?
Me, yeah.
E0.
Okay, cool, then I'm not going to mark anything. Thank you. Alright, so I'm at 10 out of 15.
I think it's only when you get 10 or more E0 items that it becomes E1.
Yeah, let's see, I got 2 binders, 2 stim packs.
So, actually, hold on, this is probably a better image because this is a render from Battlefront. But you can see that there's kind of a, it's from the side, you can see that there's kind of a skeleton frame and then there's literally 2 modules slapped to the side of it.
Oh, that's neat.
So yeah, that's what the military modular backpack frame is, and then you plug in up to 2 modules. No, I think Aramaa owns the binders, she's keeping them.
Yeah, no, I remember, I basically said, all right, give these boys 2 binders and a belt pouch. Okay. And if you use them, you use them. If you didn't, keep them. I never said turn them back in.
Okay.
Honestly, I was because that was one of those things I was looking over at the Ketso. She was like, oh yeah, I just kept fucking binders on me for no goddamn reason.
Because they're useful.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am at 10 out of 15 because my encumbrance boosting is I got a regular ass backpack because I am a Jedi and I don't use that fancy modular shit.
So what you're telling me is you're gonna buy some wizard pouches.
Oh hey, I forgot another weapon I use lightsaber contain energy axe.
That's a little weird.
And then also the ancient sword. What does the ancient sword do?
It's a Jedi katana.
Okay.
All right, but yeah. So my shopping trip is over. I slapped in the weighted head into the shot glove. Let's see. I have 2 mods.
He doesn't get his special weapon maintenance kit for it, but you did just buy a Cloney Boy a smart toolkit or a custom toolkit, super heavy. So you wanted to take a chance at rolling those mods.
Yeah. Yeah, I could try.
Yeah, Axe. Roll the hard and then daunting for it.
Yeah. One is 3 purple. One is 4 purple. It's a I guess, I don't know, shocker. So yeah, you don't get your weapons maintenance kit rules, but you do get your custom toolkit.
I get the custom toolkit, and
by the way, I have to mark this. But the first one is for the concussive mod. The second one is for the extra damage mod.
All right.
Here's the thing. If it fails, I can't get that mod ever. And with this, I'd have to literally buy the.
You have to buy it again, all over again. But don't worry about it because he can't make this check any better than you can. So.
Yep.
All right. See, so I get 2 yellow ones because I make mechanics 2 of 2 hands, of 2 intellect, and okay, so
first is
taking time, and then tools, boost. And the custom toolkit. Mm-hmm. So that's 3 boost.
Boost.
This is pretty common for the tech head character. Mm-hmm. This is why modding your own lightsaber has severely decreased difficulty. Loth, why? No.
it's like I was like, what?
No.
Wow.
Alright, so it's 3.
Yeah.
It's hard?
Yes, the first one is hard.
Alright, let's try this.
Oh, no.
Nope. So that one's burned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Try the second one.
Alright. Oh, I'm ready for my next one.
It's 4.
Alright. I mean, like, at least for the blast one, I'll have 5 boost, but that's not gonna make it better, so it's like,
Hey, booster swinging, but yeah.
Yeah,
no, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, the mod's only 250. It's not...
And time, and that's for this time?
Yeah, it's 4 difficulty, because it goes up.
Wow. Alright.
Break it.
Take a strain. You're upset. It's frustrating. You can't get these weird free parts that Aramaa got to work.
Do you have to get new parts, or just it can't be botted?
No, I have to buy a whole new weighted head and buy new mods.
Yeah, you have to buy a whole new attachment.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Do you have any mods left? Not that they matter, but...
Nope.
Okay.
I only got 2.
No, I mean, does it have any opportunity to mod left, or is it just plus 1?
No, it's +1 damage, +1 concussive.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Do I have to buy parts for mine, or like because I bought them? So.
No, you have to buy... Remember, each mod costs the parts money. So it's 100 for the first one, etc. So you have to pay that price. Yeah. But that's flat. There's no need to negotiate over it. You just
100 each. Okay. All right.
Alright, so we have been going for an hour and a half.
So, I'll try these in quiet.
Yeah, maybe we want to catch up. Okay, training. We smash cut to the training field. It's raining, but it's not muddy or anything because you're inside the city. You're in your little paintball arena. You've got your space Doritos concrete things. I forget what they're. I think they might be called Dragon's Teeth. That's the tank trap term. I don't know if they call it in paintball or whatever. But you've got some guys with some trainee guns, some stun blasters. You got lying around. You got that's probably right.
I'm just gonna try this check. Let's see how this goes. Probably.
It's very low, but you got about 105 trainees in your first day.
All right.
So to teach, I would like somebody, probably Aramaa, to make a. I believe it's leadership. So make me an average leadership check, but you're going to want to look for advantage to affect more people, basically.
Boots will happily assist with the training of these people, so take a boost if that's possible.
I will take that boost.
You wander around correcting their shooting posture.
Yes.
Let's see.
Actually, also, here's a good question, in case we might want to add some boosters, some setback. What are you covering in this training lesson?
Yeah, that would be important.
Basic PT, basic firearms,
Yeah, listen, like nothing fancy, just... So...
Welcome to your first dig at boot. Can you hit a target at 10 feet? Can you fire your gun without shooting yourself in the foot? And can you run a distance?
Yeah, basic firearm drills, PT, and, combat readiness, I guess, words.
Okay.
Do I do
Here is your rifle. Here is your bag of rocks. Go.
Let me double check.
Why do we need the bag of rocks? So to make sure you can carry the weight.
This bag of rocks is your friend. If you leave this bag of rocks behind, you are leaving behind. You are a coward, and you are scum.
You do not own that bag of rocks. That is the Republic bag of rocks. I still don't get it. This man gets 2 bags of rocks.
Oh. I still don't get 5 bags of rocks.
That's 5.
Clearly, this man is an ammo carrier. You take his gun away and give him 2 more bags of rocks. There, you can wear 1 bag on your front, 1 on your back, and you carry 1 in each hand.
I just start using them as weapons.
Sir, I'm an alien. I have 4 arms. Well, good. That means you can carry 2 more bags of rocks now.
Well, I'm Boots, and this is my camp.
Sir,
welcome to boot camp. I'm Boots.
Punch.
Also, just to keep it quiet, I used the roller as the background just to get the one object.
Alright.
So I guess I'll spend my 2 lights on 1 success,
take the money down.
Another advantage, I guess.
Okay. Alright, with 4 advantage, you're able to probably spread this out pretty evenly through the whole group. It's just 1 success total, so it's not necessarily a fast lesson, it's not necessarily a very detailed lesson, but you spread it out, you make sure everybody gets their basic training. They can, in fact, pull a trigger, and they can, in fact, do basic... Well, if none of them were able to do basic athletics beforehand, they can do it now. So mechanically, basically, imagine that militiamen are like a minion group who have, like, probably average stats, 2s and everything.
Okay.
You can reliably assume that they can do ranged, heavy, and they can do athletics as minion skills.
Cool. Yeah.
So
Militia.
if we ever need to use them, it will come up that they can carry a weight, they can drag an injured soldier, whatever, they can carry any gear they've got. They can hoof barricades, shit like that. Like, that's probably what part of your basic is, like, okay, I need you to be able to run, I need you to be able to march this much in a day, run this much in a day, etc.
Yep.
I need you to be able to lift this much weight. And they're like, why? Then you point at the barricade, so you can move this. Now move it! Move the barricade! Go, go, go!
Do it now!
Go. My rifle's not accurate, too.
You're not moving it fast enough!
Slap. Oh, wait.
Aramaa has a riding crop for some reason.
Oh, no!
Oh, no, we've gone the opposite out of energy. Oh, no! She's wearing glasses, but no one understands why. It's like, you can't even see out of the silence!
Maybe not space, but it could be something else.
Okay. Yeah, so they can, pull triggers. Cool. They understand basic weapon operation. Point this into the enemy, pull the trigger. When the power pack runs out, slap it out, slap a new one in. And then in future weeks, you can probably go through like, okay, here's basic squad tactics. Here's first aid. Maybe here's, maybe we can do grenade training or close combat or whatever. But okay, you have drilled about 100 locals in basic military operation. So, with your bills all passing and stuff, the census will probably take a little bit of time to figure out, they've only just passed it. But you have some militia, you have clones doing area patrols. I suppose now is that, first of all, how are you because I guess technically they're probably kind of part of your chain of command. How are you, what's the word I'm looking for? I almost said it. Dispersing, the militia.
Well, are they all, Mor Iridu?
Yeah, probably. You, for the first mission, you probably only got locals, because you, did not advertise very good, so.
No, I did not.
This was just people who happened to be probably within a walking distance, or got a flyer or something.
Alright, so, dispersing them, well, we should probably not, like I said, even though it's 8,000, if we only got 100, we can't have going at once, so we probably need to start setting up, how many days in a week here? 7?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, basically we'll have them, we'll just say 7, so we'll just, how many do we got here? 105. Will that divide into 7? I am curious. Calculator!
Oh, no, it does.
Huh, wow.
That's 15.
But,
yeah,
it's not...
Oh, yeah, because 30...
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to think of, but I wanted to make sure. I didn't just want to say it. But, so, we'll basically have 15 guys a week. I mean, not, a day. Basically just establish patrols, around Mor Iridu.
Well, that sounds like 3 fire teams, or 3 squads.
Yeah. I know it's not a lot, but maybe as
Or might come the next day, we'll see.
Yeah, the next training. Because basically, here's the thing: they're militia, but they still have day jobs and stuff. So I can't.
Right.
In a case of emergency, yeah, all militiamen will be.
So equipment-wise, are you going to start passing out your E5 rifles, or are they still using whatever weapons they brought from home?
Nope, they get their E5s if they pass their training.
All right. You make sure to warn them about the slight overheating problem. Watch your fingies.
Mm-hmm. To learn how to wrap this in cloth so it doesn't burn you.
No, cloth catches fire, buddy.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking leather. But...
So basically, 15 guys. Each of them have a day, and in case of emergency, they are all to respond to general quarters and whatnot.
I assume you want them to, in case of emergency, they muster at the command post?
Yes.
All right. That's probably what some of your PT drills are, is, hey, do you have enough stamina to run from your house to here? Because if you don't, well, you better learn, or you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna die because I'm gonna kill you. Trying to make you run this mile. Run!
Let's see, oh no, this is PT drills. PT drills. You will run. I will chase you. If I catch you, I will use you for practice for shock boxing.
What's your knife hands level on a percentage? What's your knife hands percentage right now, Aramaa?
Let's see here. Hang on, I have to actually chin level.
No,
one hand chin level.
One hand chin level.
Okay. It's dangerous when you go both hands.
Yeah, I know.
I think while Armaa's doing this, Boots will also get involved or run alongside other some of the militia trainees. Just get involved that way.
Do clones have marching songs? Probably.
Oh, I did try to earlier make a Sohilev Defense Force version of the EDF song.
Yes, but there are probably some terrifying days when there are civilians running through the woods and they just hear the birds are flying, the animals are screaming, and they just see a dust cloud coming as Aramaa is forced running through the jungle after them.
Yep. Okay. Alright, so that's your training program. Works out pretty good.
Cool. Hopefully we
Alright, so I think I'm gonna get up and take a quick break. We can go for a little bit. If anybody wants to stretch, we can, but otherwise this should be probably since now you've got your exercise permissions, now's the time to pick your drill order.
Yep.
And figure out what your plan of attack is. So I will give you guys a couple moments to think that. I will pause the recording and I'll be right back because I'm going to get up and stretch my legs. Take a break,
Okay.
I will this preserved forever. But yeah, it's not a
it's time to say some stupid shit.
But yeah, honestly, I'm of the mind to let Camo do the infiltration on his own. Yeah, unless we want to try multiple, for the actual stuff. We can try a separate drill where we try to, bluff our way through social graces through the front door. But for actual, him, jumping the fence, crawling through the vents, all that stuff, he can probably just do that on his own.
You can give me some dummy bombs to put, just if you want me to do that, to be a thing to see.
Do we have paint bombs?
Sure.
Yeah, do paint bombs.
Let's put paint bombs. Let's put that there to be, if they could be found.
Don't have an actual gun with you, just use finger guns.
Well, no, paint. Well, basically, it's in live fire exercises. You know how paintball is to signify that. Yeah, if they'll set the bombs and the bombs will have a timer.
I'm pretty sure in Star Wars we use stun blasters.
Yes.
Well, what? Well,
for in place of his firearms, anyway. But you can just get some dye bombs for training.
Yeah, so basically, and we'll set up the bombs to see if you can exfiltrate, and if no one finds the bomb, they'll go off and cover everything in fucking paint.
And then, guess what? Those who fucked up must clean the paint.
Exactly.
I'll make sure it's washable paint.
Meh. So we can probably try a couple attempts each way. One is just the actual infiltration, which will be run by you, and then I don't know, Boots, you actually got a couple points of charm. How about you actually try and lead the through the front gate?
Social engineering.
Yeah.
Okay. I can totally do that.
Well, actually, because here's the thing, I am totally spec'd for it, and I'm pretty sure I would succeed. And I don't know.
Okay.
I see. Someone's a job for it. I got it.
Also, I can use the fucking force to be all let me in!
Yes.
Let me in!
And droids don't have the force. Or separate stages.
It's all good. I get it.
Yeah, the real reason is I just want you to actually, be involved. I've done a lot
already.
Right.
All right, so for infiltration check, what kind of role do you want me to do?
Actually, Kavis, do you want to go with boots?
Sure, why not?
Join me.
Okay.
Besides, I could
this will be
that
a
little distraction of...
Infiltrating will be a multi-part thing. First off, when are you making your attempt? Because they don't get to know when it happens.
Oh, yeah.
So, when do you pick?
Is it the dead of night?
That, or when it's during, like, a very, like, crowded event, so, like, usually, like, more, like, other companies.
It's probably not events.
It's not going to happen,
at the
so
water
it's going to
factory.
be dead of night. Yeah, so, like, be dead of night, so...
Okay. Alright, it's dark. So the way concealment works is, for people trying to see you or shoot at you, they get black dice, but when you're sneakifying, you get boost dice. So, first, let's go with, make me an average athletics check to... Actually, no, fuck it. Make me an easy athletics check to hop the fence.
Alright, cool.
It's a fence, it's not even covered in razor wire. It's not that hard.
I guess I also, just asking, is there, through the water intake, I guess there really isn't a way to get through there?
That's got, like, machines and shit. That would be very obvious if somebody started coming in through the piping in from the ocean.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, just checking.
Because, again, it's full of, like, filters and pumps and stuff. It's also probably hot in there, so even a droid would have to, like... There could be some shenanigans, but they probably have, like, various mechanical sensors that check for obstruction, so I will tell you, that's not necessarily a thing you need to watch out for.
Alright, cool. Then I'll do that.
Actually, since Lucky has nothing to do with these segments, I will wander off.
Because I do have force.
No, you're with boots, not with camo.
Okay.
I think, right?
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah,
we're letting the sneaky man be sneaky by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but I'll be back in a bit.
Easy, so 1?
Yep, 1.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, unless you have a natural something that lets you reroll athletics, no. But we'll let it ride. Okay. What's your stealth pool?
Dice for, like...
No, what's your stealth pool? You failed the check. That happened.
I got stealth too. And I also have the pathology suit, so, like...
Alright, but what's your cunning, or agility? Sorry, it's stealth.
Agility 3, stealth 2.
Okay, so... Let's roll... Let's see.
And they get a black
die. Is there a security guard? Probably not. Might have just make some shit up.
They get an extra black die for perception.
Yeah. I gotcha. I'm just trying to see what profile, if any, I should go for. It's corporate, it's customs inspector. Sorry, I'm just flipping through the book. Like a normal ass.
Can I use an advantage for anything?
No, I'm taking that into account with your check.
I'll have advantage.
Basically, it was easy. I'm not thinking you don't, especially because you rolled advantage. You're not like, oh, I fell, or anything like that. Like, it's just, it is a smooth fence. I don't know if you brought any tools with you, so, you're just making an attempt to climb a fence, so it takes you a while to find the right point where you can climb and do some shit.
Yeah, I didn't bring any climbing gear, so...
So it's just taking you a while to get done, which is why they're going to get an opportunity to see if they spot you on the perimeter first. Yeah. I'm just taking way too long to figure out what I should have them roll. Let's just go with that profile. We'll say security police. Okay. So they don't have any perception-related abilities, and their group minion rating of stats is 2s. So let's go roll. And they get an extra setback for your foliage suit. Wait, no they don't. You're in an urban area.
It's adjustment to any environment. Let's see. It's just an appropriate environment, so like it varies with fair.
Yeah, urban is not an appropriate environment. You still get 2 setback dice because it's dark.
Yeah.
And you'll see in a second. Nope, okay.
Kind of
by the time you make it in, they don't see you.
Okay. Alright, so what do you think needs next? Let's see.
Okay, now you should probably roll an average stealth check. That's the word I'm looking for. Roll basically the reverse of that, with 2 boost at least from your concealment to actually infiltrate the facility. And should you wait? Hold on. No, actually, they don't. That's a. Here's your first bullet point. Is Lucky here? Is he back yet?
No, he stepped away for a bit.
Okay, somebody remember this for when he comes back. Hey, here's the thing. You have this giant fuck-off sensor network. These guys don't get your sensor data. So, normally, the sensor system provides a penalty to stealth checks for people trying to sneak in, but because the desalination plant doesn't get that data, I'm not going to apply that to Camo's check. So yeah, roll your stealth check with 2 boost dice for concealment.
All right. Okay, that actually worked out this time.
All right. You walk between the raindrops.
Perfect.
You are silent. You move from tree to tree. Katana in one hand, Tommy gun in the other. Wait.
Wait, what?
That's just an old RPG gag.
Yep.
It's like.
So yes, you are able to easily slip in. You note the camera placement. You move from place to place. Yes, technically, maybe there should have been like 1 black die because they would have got a boost from the cameras, but whatever, it doesn't matter now. You still would have done fine, I'm sure. So you're able to sneak in. You see some guards without any success. You don't even have to like accidentally knock somebody out or anything. Like you just completely Metal Gear Solid your way in, and you are at whatever important thing you want to quote unquote blow up. Whether that's like the big giant water pumps, the actual like pure water holding tanks, there's probably a couple different vulnerabilities. So there's pumps that take in the seawater, there's the actual tanks that hold the fresh water while it's doled out, and then there's the actual like desalination equipment, which is, distilling the thing and cycling out the salt.
I don't want to place the thing so like they get in the water, just
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, but place them where it's like, this is where a vulnerability would be and everything, and also like try
I believe that would be I think it starts at average mechanics check to set bombs, so go ahead and make one of those.
Alright, cool. And I assume because my stealth, I can take time for this.
Yeah, sure. You got an advantage. You can add a boost die to take your time on this. If you rolled some threat, there might be some like, oh shit, they're after you, but yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so 2 and the boost. And average? Okay.
Giant fuck-off sensor network.
Good. That's saved for all eternity now.
Okay. Alright, 1, you set the bombs.
Hmm.
Stressing. No. Well, so this is very narrative, so we'll keep this in kind of a narrative flow. So, Triumph, the bombs are very well hidden. I'll roll a check for them, but they're going to have their difficulty upgraded once.
I was just trying to see if like I might discover something extra about the place, but it's fine.
Nah, there's probably not anything extra to discover here. You've got it.
Fair.
You're getting a decent grasp on it. I will say that with one threat, as you're about to leave, a guy does do a patrol by the equipment with he's got a glow rod, he's shining a light around. There's a guard. What do you want to do? Do you want to just be invisible? Do you want to knock him out to teach him a lesson? What's your game plan?
Let's not hurt let's just try to like slide under some piping to like.
All right, just make me another one of your stealth checks, average.
All right, cool.
To disappear
and no boost, so just average.
No, you still got concealment. It's dark in here.
Oh, so it's still 2 boosts. Well, damn.
All right. So you just ninja away and leave him, and you jump. I won't make you roll again to jump over the fence to get out. So you're out, and let's roll their ability to search. I will give them a single boost die because they have glows and other sensor stuff. Okay. So they do find it. The guy finds it just as it goes off, and he gets blasted with paint, though.
It took them a long time to find it.
So they score probably partial credit on the finding. Their sweeps did eventually put them onto the bomb, but they did not do it fast enough. One of them gets blasted in the face, and he's covered head to toe in paint. What bright neon color is he?
Let's see. What's the colors of the company?
Bluish green. So
neon
he's a lovely teal.
He's a neon teal, yeah.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Ooh. It's real 80s up in here.
Star Wars.
Okay. So I guess we wait for Lucky to get back before we can discuss the results of that drill. So we can go to Team Talkie if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh no.
I'm kind of ready.
All right. Well, once again, they don't get to know. So when is your time of attack?
How about just after the morning? It's a little bit like close to lunchtime.
So just before lunch break. Got it?
Yeah.
Obviously, not going in clone trooper armor. We'll just be in civilian dress.
Yes.
So you put back on your Hawaiian shirt.
Yep. Hawaiian shirt, clone trooper. Walking right up to the front door with my little brother, Cav.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The clone vacation trooper.
Yes, this is the clone vacation trooper with hat and boat shoes and Hawaiian shirt.
Sunglasses.
All right. Okay. So you're, I guess there's a main gate. There's a guard there, and he's like, "Oi." That's what he says. He grunts at you.
Just oi.
He grunts at you securely.
Good. I give him a friendly wave down. Ah, laddie, good. Good to see you here. Me and the little one, putting my arm around Cav and bringing him close. Me and the little one wanted to go see the glory that is the distillation plant of Mor Iridu. But you see, he too would like to go into the sciences at some point, and I wanted to show him the glory that is our main export here.
Okay, that's a complete and utter bald-faced lie. Please roll me an average deception check. I guess Cav is assisting.
I was like thinking about it. I was like, "There's no way I can do charm for this. Deception, it is."
It's like,
and also the voice broke down, but I was originally trying to go for the Scottish, but I was like, "No, fuck that. I'm not doing that."
I really, really want to see it inside.
Average, you say, or hard? I would totally accept hard. I would totally accept hard at this point.
I mean,
no. This is technically contextual to like opposed checks. Okay, great. He's like, okay. Well, I'm a security guard, not a tour guide, but do we do tours? Pulls out his comm like, "Hey, yo, Bob Jim, do we do tours?" Bob Jim's like, "I don't know, we maybe do tours. Hold on, we got some people gonna do some tours. All right, let him into the lobby. We'll find a tour guide."
Today, the day of changing accents mid-sentence.
We'll find Joanna Babina. All right. So you are your initial infiltration has succeeded. You have penetrated the outer wall because these people are bamboozled. You are now in the space lobby. I guess
they have like some separatist guy do it. They pretend to be like some infection dude or something.
Well, yeah, that's a smart way of doing it. But remember, I'm behind the wheel here. So, yeah.
Alright. A nice lady comes, and she is like, she's probably like, yes, hi, hello. I'm Joanna Babina. Public relations. Hi. We don't have any tours scheduled today.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear about that, Miss Babina, was it? Pleasure to meet you. Me here and my little brother Cav. We're so excited to go see the distillation plant today. For you see, I've mentioned it to the lovely man outside, but I wanted little Cav here to just learn about the wonders that is the way we produce our water here. Because I hope that one day he too can become a functioning and supportive member of our society here on Sohaliv.
Okay, so now I think at this point this may actually be a charm check because you're no longer lying your way inside. You are trying to persuade her to give a tour that is not scheduled.
Yeah. I was like trying to think of ways I could throw in like compliments to her, but I was like, I couldn't think of anything off the
What's
fly.
Charm opposed by cool?
Cool?
All right. I'm gonna give this lady some more serious stats because she's a person.
Yeah, she is
so I would like you to roll a charm check versus 2 reds and 1 purple.
Can I get a boost die from Kavis?
Sure.
Yes. Because just please, ma'am.
Puppy dog face.
Puppy dog face as he's like licking a lollipop.
Where to get that?
Look, we gotta really play into the act that he's my little brother.
2 threats.
I mean,
I'll take it.
Okay. And she's just like, well, I guess since you're so passionate, y'all, we should go ahead and well, all right, now we'll go on in. We'll just wait right here, and I'll organize a tour right away now. And so she goes off. However, I will say because you rolled 2 threat, a security man has overheard your story and thinks it's very sus. So he's going to be like, "Now you hear what you're doing out here? Who is yous again? Who is yous? Who are you?"
Me.
I.
Well, damn it, hold on. Give me a second. I need to think of a good, shitty, fake name. It's gonna be really bad.
Uh-oh.
Play. You wanted social engineering, Lucky.
Yeah.
And you told Loth to do it.
You left me in charge of social stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the dumb thing is, it may be working.
Loth was the one who wanted to put points in the fucking charm, so I want to make sure he fucking uses it.
Oh, don't worry, the first roll was deception.
Also, Lucky, my
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. Hold on.
Hello, I'm Tubes Eklon. This is my little brother, Kavis Eklon. We are here to go see the glorious destination plant that we have here. However,
they work so well.
I applaud you for the good work you're doing, checking out anyone who has any possible ill intent on our glorious city of Mor Iridu. Now,
it's like secret shopper.
Okay. Deception is opposed by discipline, right?
Yes.
Okay, please roll me because that is once again a complete and utter lie. Please roll me a deception check versus 1 red, 2 purple.
Oh, fun. Funsies.
Would anyone be opposed to me using a destiny point?
Yes.
No, Aramaa's just listening to this over comms at the sensor suite, and the command station just going, "Oh my god." Are you full Picard? Is this the double face palm? Yeah,
head full of hands. Wait.
Does Camo need to pat you on the back?
Okay, hold on.
I mean, Camo, you're watching. After your, we can mention at least it was a successful run. It's full of, oh no, she's got so far. She's foot palming.
Okay.
Is athletics flexibility? I forget.
Coordination.
I think flexibility, coordination. But
do I still get the boost die from Kavis?
I don't think he's assisting right now, unless he said
I think he's doing the whole puppy dog. Like,
sure, you can get assistance. Maybe he's distracted. Who knows?
Yeah, and spending a force point is just upgrading one of my die, right?
Yes.
They'll just distract. Like, try to make it.
Damn it!
I mean,
let me see your ID.
Oh no.
All right, you've been found out. What do you do? Is it?
I have a very important question. This is something that is beforehand, but I want to ask if I could have brought along with me. So, Camo had the paint explosion. May I please have some kind of paint grenade? Just throw it down, smoke bomb, but it's just paint.
It's called a smoke grenade.
Yes.
Do you want a smoke bomb out of here? Okay, roll me an easy ranged light check to smoke bomb.
Yes, my
too. Is this like Age of Rebellion?
Smoke bomb.
Stop it, Montgomery.
Question: is this what playing Age of Rebellion would be like?
No, we would have thought a little bit ahead. Maybe we.
No, here's the thing: if you were playing Age of Rebellion, you would have a face, and they would be terrifying at this, having played an AR game with a face.
Yeah,
multiple AR games with multiple faces.
So someone
this
better.
This is exactly why I don't play the face, because I'm like, how could I turn this into something I would do?
To me, it's like you would have gone as like some inspection guy, so like they wouldn't like.
Yeah, you would have got. You got a uniform, an ID.
Camo is thinking of doing this logically. Here's the shocking thing. I don't know when you got back, Lucky, but these guys are not as usual. Minions don't have shit like discipline and vigilance. So unless they get boosts from something, which again that's the note they wrote down, is that honestly most security guards are going to be pretty vulnerable to a social attack. It's only once they got inside after overcoming the nice lady who talked like this, in case you forgot. The security man came and was like, I have a point of discipline. So you rolled 2 successes. You smoke bomb out.
Jesus! Just pick up Kavis.
I wonder what a face in like this game looks like. Like how much? It's just all the skill indication, I guess.
I mean, there's a part of it's skill allocation, but there are totally face trees. The thing is, one of you would have to be probably. Other than the many, many forms of Jedi face you can be. Oh boy.
So, Chow, Marth, I make an athletics check to
No, you can get away.
Yeah,
you can skedaddle. You can vamoose. Vamoose it. No, the other thing I was going to say, though, since Axe axed was, you could there are universal talent trees to be a Republic representative or a senator, so that would probably be... if somebody was playing a dedicated face, they would probably pick like an AOR diplomat character and like pick senator or something as their spec tree.
Gotcha.
Look,
all right.
We got to the lobby. I'm proud of that at the very least.
Yeah, you got through the front gate.
Camo's not going to be smiling when you come back. Camo's just going to give you that look.
Just shake his head slightly. Okay, so Aramaa was probably asleep when the stealth mission went out, so yeah. I guess Camo should report. We can do it in general if Axe doesn't want to figure it all out.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, Boots gets a fucking karate chop to the fucking top of his head.
Oh no! 200% knife hands!
You feel the force go through you like a whip.
Oh no, it's gonna knock off my sunglasses and hat.
Oh yeah, that's right. We made the clone vacation trooper joke earlier. He's got a space margarita from somewhere. You're not sure.
Just reach off screen and grab it.
Okay, so just to say, like, I don't really know how to put it Camo's worth, because he probably, like, actually say a bunch more military jargon in, like, specific terms, but...
Well, okay, so, your access was slow but successful. You successfully infiltrated and planted the bomb and escaped. They did discover the bomb, but too late. And now there's a security guard covered in space paint.
Yeah, he's now a very bright neon teal.
Alright, so what was the access point that you used?
He just hopped the fence.
You just hopped the fence.
Like, literally, because it's like all of like the other direct entry points would be louder or not through the piping.
So I had him roll an easy athletics check to just jump the fence because it's a normal, solid privacy fence. It's not super tall or nothing. The guards are rolling basically two green, so they functionally it's an average difficulty to sneak in. Now, this was the point that came up, because the desalination plant is not plugged into the output of your sensor network. It doesn't apply the extra 2 black to stealth die that the sensor system does, because they don't get that data. So that might just be an easy patch you want to put through. And then other than that, it was basically, they did find, because they have some detection equipment, they did find the bomb, but not very fast. So, Sorry, Discord's being very weird right now. Everybody hear me okay? Everybody here? You doing alright?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
Well, a little bit.
Looks like we had a little bit of a glitch.
That
Okay.
That's alright.
Okay, you guys are cutting out a little bit for me. Hold on.
And let's throw some space ball.
Slowly authenticating. There we go. Okay.
Taller fences.
Got a new connection. Okay.
My Ethernet plan worked out. Like, my connection was stable the entire time.
So...
And look, he hasn't ghosted yet.
It's a new computer.
Yeah, it's a new computer. Now, as I'm trying to keep us on task, a higher fence with space barbed wire at the top. Like, honestly, it's not that much more fucking, defense, but hey, if it's more difficult, it's more difficult.
Is that actually an item? I feel like that's an item. Is there an item for that?
What, space barb? Well, I do know there's a survival perimeter thing.
Rocks, crash has a wire spool. Concealed escape kit has wire. I guess not. I thought that was like it's fine. I was just wondering if that was an actual thing. That's probably in a different thing.
It's in survival. It's a,
No, that's like a shooty shocky thing. I'm talking like literally wire.
Oh, for like, barbed wire, my bad. No, actually, I think there's like a perimeter. Is that fence electrified, actually?
Yes, the portable electric perimeter fence, it, generates an energy fence between posts. It hits like a stun grenade.
Actually, in fortification, maybe it's in fortification.
Actually, it's true. You can build one. Let me check the holocron.
Because I know you can do, like, foxholes, trenches, like little outposts. Maybe they have like difficult terrain thing.
No, it's only 3 things.
Son of a bitch.
Whatever, it's fine. You can find it. You can find a spool of wire, basically.
And we'll probably want a higher fence that you can't just wire cutter your way in.
Okay, well, the fence is a privacy fence, so you can't just...
Oh, it's a privacy fence.
Yeah, it's not chain link, so you can't just scooch it. It's just, it was low enough that Boots was able to get a running hop and just pop over. Camo, sorry.
Parkour!
He's also used to climbing things.
Yeah.
And the physical training made it easier.
Yeah, but yes, so you want to raise it probably from, 2 meters to, 3 or 4 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
and you want to top it with razor wire.
Just have booster packs so they could just Jump.
Yeah, but that's obvious. That's not sneaking.
Yes.
If you fire up a rocket pack, stealth has failed.
Yeah.
If you try to rocket pack over the fence in the middle of the night, everybody knows.
What's that sound?
Must have just been the wind.
Or jump boots, but yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty easy to do. That's probably just like, hey, you're gonna write a recommendation and point out how they failed, and they'll be like, well, I guess you're right. You can't just jump the fence.
I guess we'll give them the patch to the sensor network data.
Does somebody want to make me an average computers check, or do you want to just trust that can get done in the background?
I will trust.
Trust.
That's fair. You have people for that. It's possible if you guys, roll your own, you might get special stuff, but if you just want it, it'll happen. They'll run some wires.
I wonder what one of us should eventually go into computers.
That has been a conversation.
Yeah, I think
I was a Jedi.
No, I don't think any of them have... well, I guess Kavis is slightly int-based, but still, it's like...
I've int 3.
So is Boots, so it's just, like...
Yeah, fair.
Nothing Kavis is going to do is going to be tech-oriented, so...
Yeah. So, if no one else does, I might.
Alright, so you plug them in the sensor, so they get that sensor data, so they get... What is it? 2 boost on... multi-purpose sensor suite, 2 boost on computers, perception, or vigilance, and 2 blacks to stealth checks for approaching. Alright. Short of, giving them an expensive security overhaul and making sure they have, specialty equipment.
Well, I would also like to write a recommendation given to all staff to not let in unknown persons, even at, strong behests. No ID, no go.
So you're gonna do the Fallout New Vegas style posters.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent corporate espionage.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And
only you can prevent separatist attacks.
And let's give the people a proper evacuation or crisis plan. In case shit starts blowing up, move in such ways.
Okay, make me an average leadership real quick.
Real quick.
Teach/inspire them to plan.
Let's see. I don't even need to fucking post this. 2 success, 1 advantage, 1 light, 1 dark. I'll spend that light for another advantage. So 2 advantage to it. 2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. Alright, they come up with the plan.
Cool. Alright.
So they got sensors, so they can do that. Stealth is inhibited. It's harder to get over the fence. It's probably impossible without gear, and even then it's be at least an average or a hard check. Gesundheit, by the way.
Thank you. Only other thing I could really think is maybe we try to seal some extra, insertion points, but I don't know. I feel that's gonna take a while.
Nah, that's probably fine. I've said that I've guaranteed you out of character you don't need to worry about somebody swimming up the tubes, so...
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there's a lot of tech shit in there. Filters, pumps, heaters. Yeah. It's just not feasible without them, starting to break shit, at which point the built-in sensors are designed for that stuff.
And I said I don't think...
The only thing would be... Detection.
We couldn't...
You could try and, kip in to get them to buy some... What is it? Is it demo scanner? Yeah, if you wanted to see if you could get them some demolition scanners, those are rarity 4, so they become rarity 6 on here. You could try and roll to either see if they can acquire some or whatever, but that's an extra thing.
Yeah, nah. The only other thing I do is they can increase the amount of security, but again, that's costs and whatever.
Alright, so you're basically... Okay, we've blocked your fence up, and we've given you sensors, so deal with it.
Yeah.
Alright. And you're advising them not to... They have a crisis plan, and you're advising them not to let anybody weird in under any circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably going to work for them. So, what do you want to tackle next?
What was next on the priority? The power plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make our way over to the power plant.
Okay. So, power plant, general layout I talked about, it's tide and wind, so it's mainly under the water. They have a moon pool, like we said, so you can get sub access down there. Not that they have a lot of subs here, but it's possible, They probably have some, remote control, subs for cargo delivery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than fuck with, the couple of turbolift shafts.
Sorry. Oh, no, you're just saying it's not to steal anyone's glory, but I'm just gonna call our fucking sub clones here and have them be all it's all I want these, I want the control room painted and paint
All right. So Captain Shark puts on his dive armor.
Of course.
And he finds his 5 best divey boys.
He's gonna paint a fucking shark in the control room.
If he wants to, he can.
We'll see. So their they have 2 points of access. There's the turbolift shaft and there's the moon pool. So you guys are probably concerned about the moon pool because the turbolift shaft is, it's basically probably on the coast in the seawall, but it's like dug in somewhere. They probably have a local cop or 2 on it at all times. It's the kind of thing where it's like, well, once again, you couldn't do it sneakily. If somebody wants to just throw droids at it and blow it up, but hopefully that's why you have sensors and militiamen and stuff, so that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, are you going to take any other looks at the place, or are you just going to let the clone boys go at it?
I'll let the clone boy go at it.
Okay, then let me find some stats, and I will roll a check for them. I might roll several checks, but we'll see. I might.
Here we go.
Should I expurgate? Should I shorten it up? Maybe. Let's see.
And I have not given them sensor data yet.
No. Well, you're testing to see if you need to do anything first, obviously.
Yep.
Seeing how well stuff works. Okay. So let's right book. The NPC profiles are not consistent between books. Thanks. I mean, I guess it makes sense to mix and match, but still. Oh, hey, it's actually noted in here. I'm just looking. A company of clones is 144 troopers.
Oh, interesting.
Neat. Okay.
So we only have 500 men.
No, we got more than that. We have a battalion, if I remember right.
Yeah, you have a total battalion. But Aramaa has generally been in command of at least one company, Sierra, under her direct control.
Yeah.
Though, hey, funnily enough, all the NPC clone profiles have a clone inhibitor chip, which means you upgrade any ingoing leadership checks.
Oh, interesting.
So I should actually keep that in mind. I think that's targeting the specific characters, so I don't think that applies for, mass combat, but it's in general, that's probably a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, what do I want to roll
That
for
reminds me,
this?
I got, my long list of getting that chip removed and doing my accelerated aging eventually.
Your big independence points. Okay, hold on, let's see. What's the right check for this? Sneaky pants? No, I should probably have them swim first. Let's see how well they swim.
Please
then
don't
we'll have
get on
them pants. Roll.
They feel on this.
Is that right? Is that the right? The white way wound? Ugh. The little mealy mouth there. Yes, okay. Actually, fuck, I should check the armor list. What does dive armor do? Does it give them a boost dice on athletics to swim? I bet it does.
Okay.
Clone. No, okay. It just gives you no penalties for movement. Alright. So they are rolling that. Give them average. Actually, no, it's calm seas. We'll call it an easy swim check. Well, alright. So, are you guys... Actually, since you're planning this, Aramaa, when did you tell them to do it?
Night.
Okay. Are you guys, waiting in the seawall? Are you in the base? What are you doing?
I'm manning the sensor system.
Okay. So just, you hear the comms network and they're just like, alright, going in. Bottoms up, lads. Sploosh. Everybody goes in. Alright, let's roll a sneaky pants check. So, just double checking this stuff again. So, stuff is so we're good at this. Average difficulty. Go boost dice because of stuff.
Oh.
Alright. I'm gonna say that, Shark and Co. are not as nice as Camo was. So, you probably hear that they're like, hold on, there's a guy in the moon pool. Yeah, no, not even, they probably don't even, that would make noise. It's probably just, clunk him on the back of the head with the handle of a knife or something and gently set him to the floor. One in the moon pool's down. Taken care of. He's taking a nap. He's sleeping with the fishes. Wait.
Sleeping next to the fishes.
He's sleeping next to the shark.
And then, they rolled a triumph. I think we'll just probably go for a power through. They're just gonna, let's see, how do I want to handle that? I figured they just do it. Okay. So, that's to just infiltrate and sneak in. They disable one guy who happened to be, not, like I said, they don't have security guys downstairs, because that would be kind of, it technically would be wasteful of manpower to quarter extra security guards down there, because they're under the fucking water, but this is a military situation, so they had a guy watching the moon pool, to make sure there was no weird moon pool shit going on, and, he sucked, so, he's gonna have he's gonna be sore tomorrow. So I think they just, get in, they probably, hold up or stun the guys in the control. They probably hold them up because they don't want to accidentally cause a power crisis. But they basically like hold them up. They paint a shark on the wall, and then they get the fuck out.
Aramaa sighs and prepares to write a report and send an apology to the man who got knocked out by our clones. I'm sorry you got quote-unquote killed by our exercise. Please forgive us. It is in the name of better security.
So they're very tactical infiltrating, sneaking around even though they're wearing, their scuba clone gear. They're able to get a pretty straight shot to the command center, pop open the door and be like, congratulations, you've lost the exercise. We are taking you hostage. Please wait. We'll leave a marker here to let you know that the exercise is complete. All right, we out. And then they just tactically back up and flop back into the water and swim up.
Okay. All right. So, moon pool. What is the best way? Is there a way that we could actually cover the moon pool? Like, give it, like, a door system or something?
Yeah, you could probably rig an airlock system. That kind of defeats the purpose of a moon pool, but you could basically be like, hey, for security, you gotta put a door here. That would probably be a little expensive because it's underwater engineering.
Yeah, that's true.
Though your other option would be to install hard security measures. Like auto turrets or blast doors or something. Not that mattered because they weren't caught, but like it probably needs a security overhaul. What was his name?
Troll
Dog. He's probably like, I would recommend auto turrets. I've been trying to get the budget for them for weeks. Maybe some updated electronic blocks. He's a Corn, so he has a tentacle face. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Well, he says he wants auto turrets, and so I guess
that's probably a charmer negotiate to try and get try and get some of your new, defense budget cycled into the power plant specifically, because obviously that's city infrastructure.
Yeah. I'll write up a proposal and I'll show them like the image in it. No, I'm not letting them clean it up.
No, it's gonna stay there.
So rolling. Wait, who am I rolling? No, this guy was 2 red, 1 purple, if I remember right.
Honestly, I'm not gonna go that far. I think I'm just gonna make it an average check.
Oh, okay.
Not an opposed. This is just like, hey, this is how you should spend that money. I make a discussion.
I am dying with these force pips.
Oh, Darkin.
Yeah, I did. Like this is the thing that's killing me. The rest of the rolls is fucking fantastic. It's great.
Yeah, it's a really good roll.
I mean, if I made that roll, I would. I mean, some people would never even have the Force, so okay.
But all right, okay. The Triumph, jeez.
I would like the Triumph to be that they were planning on doing it. Things just got lost behind, so it's not actually going to put a hit to their budget.
All right, that's fair. That's just, we were actually planning on that. We were just sorting out the permits and the licensing. We'll just bump that up the queue.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have, I believe, basically we should say they have the equivalent of enhanced security, which I think means that you go from like an average to a hard check to open any doors and locks and shit. And should anybody like pop in the moon pool, they have the classic Star Wars. They have a gun in the ceiling to shoot at them. They have a couple of ceiling guns.
And we will hook them into the sensor network.
All right, you'll also plug them in. You can just do that. So anybody, they should have, hopefully, fair warning of anybody approaching. They have increased locks on the doors, and they have the ability to defend themselves if somebody crawls into the moon pool. Hopefully that should all slow down any assault long enough for anybody to respond.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm calling it. Now, honestly, I don't feel like... The granaries and fisheries, I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel super keen on doing exercises, because I'm pretty sure, like...
Exercises are probably unnecessary. I don't know if you want to, like, take another gander down there to see if there's anything you could look for.
Yeah, let's take another gander at least, because who knows, maybe we can put up some fences or something.
Alright, anybody who wants to eyeball it with your eyeballs, roll average perception, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, easier than last time.
Hey, can we do it from the command center?
Technically, you are plugged into the sensors.
Yeah!
You want to just study it with your sensor network? You're like, whoa, where are you guys going? We don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Put it on the big board. Then there's that one clone trooper wearing the helmet that gives them the earmuff looking thing, and just like,
That's what, 2 blues, 2 perception, right?
Yes.
2 blues, 2 perception.
Average?
Yeah.
Yes.
It should look like...
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, well.
Captain Shark utterly defeated the power plant, but luckily they found the things they wanted in the budget.
Aramaa is proud of herself for thinking about the fucking sensor, using the sensor network, and doesn't actually think to look too far over. Good job, Aramaa. Good job.
Okay. Alright, so successful checks. Also, BT Dubs Loth, if you want to use the sensor network to look at the greenery, you can roll an average perception check with 2 boost dice because of science and technology.
Command post.
Ah, yes. The world of tomorrow.
Republic engineering is the best in the world.
I'll shoot the tram.
Damn, well.
Okay. Alright, how we doing?
Upgrade something.
No, I'm just thinking about breaking out the results. So, honestly, it's pretty simple. There's grain storage silos. They are fenced. They're probably like a chain link or whatever. Debatable. Loth. Because Axe got 4 successes.
Yeah, he got 4 successes.
No. Yeah, he's at the top. So, I'll say, honestly, Camo, in your assessment, you scan over everything, you're looking at all the displays, you're thinking about, your infiltration-y brain. Other than just telling them to make sure they upgrade their fencing, too, there's probably not that can be done. Their basic storage silos for food, usually grains, outputs and stuff. They got some measures in place to make sure that vermin don't get in or whatever. Aramaa, you probably... And you, Kavis, too, you also noticed the same thing, the fence and stuff that they can think about, but because you guys actually roll advantage, too, I'll say both of you. As the advantage thing, you're kind of thinking about it, you're like, yeah, this is probably not a primary attack site. We have beefed up our other sites, so you probably want to make sure that they get the same, don't let in any strangers memo kind of thing, and just make sure that they're kind of on the same level as everybody's security, but just so they don't appear weaker, but otherwise they're probably not a priority target for the enemy anyway. Though I will say, Loth, you got a triumph. Boots, you're studying the thing, and you actually proc you fire up the chem sensor or whatever. You actually detect a slight hint. Let me make sure I get my right. You're examining some of the stuff, and you detect slight amounts of cyanoxis.
What?
Rat poison.
That sounds concerning. I guess I'll go report that to Aramaa.
Well, I'm pretty sure they use rat poison as a vermin deterrent, but what measures do they have from keeping the rest of their stuff from being contaminated?
You'd probably have to go there and look with your eyeballs.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to go actually
circle
look
white
now. Yep.
There's probably some lovely greenery we need to keep parrot frogs out, and those darned I was gonna say bat rat, but that's just 2 words that go together. I don't know. Ligens, a lizard pigeon. They eat the grain something fierce. You can see them. They're just standing there, watching you menacingly. Ligens.
with the neck of a pigeon and the tongue of a lizard.
Yeah, I'm just imagining a tiny lizard face on a little scaly pigeon body.
I'm thinking like a tiny Quetzalsaurus.
Just kind of licks an eyeball.
Okay.
Ugh.
And then the head goes back to the body as the neck shrinks.
Make little clicking purr noises. They clack their big teeth menacingly.
Oh god.
Everything is menacing.
I mean, have you never heard of The Birds, Chief? By Hitchcock? It's a classic film.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like Birdemic, only good.
I thought The Birds was a bad movie. But...
No, dude, it was like one of
The Birds is a classic. You're probably thinking of Birdemic, which is the shot on shitty home movie version, which is awful.
No, there's some bad stories about The Birds and what Hitchcock did to one of the actresses.
Yes, because there was Hitchcock was very into the method acting method.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
okay, gotcha.
But
flocks of birds are terrifying. Only these are tiny dinosaur birds.
I mean, murders of crows. Of crows.
Well, yeah, we think.
Okay, but do they keep the cyanide on site?
Yeah, probably. They're distributing it to they're probably. He says they're trying to keep it from cross contamination. They put it in special areas so that they'll eat it outside rather than try and get in the tanks and then they die. What would be the best? What would be the best check to assure the safety of this?
I think a knowledge would.
Yeah, let's go with knowledge. Xenology, probably.
Okay.
Call it average knowledge xenology to figure out your toxicology.
Can I add a boost to Kavis?
Yeah, if you want to help him.
Sure.
I will assist as well.
Okay.
Science.
Kavis, do brain things!
Okay.
Mind meld.
Brain surge.
Right, didn't have enough time to use this snog teacher thing, so I'm just going through brain.
Kavis is having a brain blast.
Give it a giant.
And what's the difficulty?
Average.
Okay.
Every time I think about pigeons, I always think about the weird-ass character I made once upon a time called Laser Pigeon. It was just a regular-ass pigeon. It just had laser vision.
Nice.
I'm actually reminded of the pigeons that try to keep walking into my work. Like, every time the sliding doors open, they don't fly in, they just try to waddle on in like they own the place.
No, urban birds are like that.
Yeah, no, like, urban birds are completely acclimated to humans. Like, there are, like, nice. There are some...
Wow, those dice were useless. Like they always are with the dice roller.
There's been, like, stories of, like, dogs and cats and, like, even shit like Coyote who, like, know how to use public transit systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was wondering
and
like...
with birds, it's usually, like, obviously corvids are pretty clever, but it's usually pigeons or seagulls. Seagulls are awful.
They're motherfuckers.
They're like, oh, humans? Free food? Well, we'll just wait. Like
you at the beach with chips?
Yes, exactly. They are. They will literally steal food out of your hands if they think they can get away with it. Probably because we don't shoot enough birds. I'm kidding, but technically, we as humans have driven several species of bird to extinction. So yes, obviously, this is natural selection at work. We stopped killing birds. Now they're just like, clearly, it's okay.
Wait, why does that gift say Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose?
I don't know.
Who knows why people upload what gifs to Giphy? It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like the person putting their name on it or something.
Yeah.
Those are wrestler names, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, those are wrestlers. Who knows what it's about? Anyway, okay, because you rolled really good on the check. Yeah, basically you assess it. It looks like it's nothing sinister because you rolled a lot of advantage. It just looks like maybe their rat poison discipline is not as tight as it should be, and they should maybe clean up where they're placing their traps. Maybe you want to switch to something less, what's the word? Invasive, I guess. Try glue traps or a shock fence. As opposed to poison, because it does seem like they may have some cross contamination. Nothing serious, but you can pull out the contaminator or scrub it clean. It's just it could have been a problem.
Can we get them like a chem sensor or something, or would they have that already?
You probably have to help them out with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like even if they didn't blow it up, if they just got something mixed into the food,
sure.
Yeah,
and then like if the enemy really wanted to do a long con, like you just supplement that with something worse.
Yeah. Well, as I said, no, you just like even like as I said, we'll put in the fence. We probably won't patch them into the sensor. It's a fucking food storage. But I want to get at least a chem sensor in case for if like any other reason we can get an alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I motion that we get them honking fence with space wire and a chem sensor.
Alright, I'm going to say that's probably a hand scanner or some. So roll me negotiation or knowledge warfare at... Is 4 average? I think it's average. Yeah. It's normally rarity 2. So roll me an average.
So, that. I just got straight for advantage. Not advantage, success.
Okay. You've got some.
Cool.
They have some specialized chem scanners to double check for stuff.
Give them to the employees, and we're going to do the whole do not let anyone blah, 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 blah.
Does that include Legions? Are those people?
It's like, do you look
at you look at the one cyborg Legion with like a laser eye.
Do they have garbage now?
It's holding a knife in its beak mouth.
That would contain.
Wait a second.
Side mission. Quell the Legion uprising.
You just yell at him, hey, that's a weapon violation. Do you have a permit for that? Cow!
Flies off.
Oh dear God, he's got a knife!
He's coming right for us.
Shit.
No, that is super on point. Actually, do I have a bigger version?
Yeah, exactly that one.
Yeah, I think you do. I'm pretty sure I have a bigger one. This is the gift, by the way, of the bird. I think it's a raptor of some kind, actually.
Dang it.
No, it's the same size.
Right. I can now actually see the raptors. They have like raptors came raptors went to birds.
Well, yeah, all you need to do is look at an emu and a cassowary.
A motherfucking dinosaur, I think you mean. But yeah, no, it's a bird running with a knife saying, "I'll cut you."
Yeah.
Because birds are attracted to shiny objects. And I gotta be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them could use a knife. Anyway, the Legion Menace out of put aside for a second. No, they're not. They're not lizard geese.
That'd be so much.
The Dino Geese crisis would be like, burn it to the ground, burn everything, cut and run. I need an orbital bombardment on my position now.
Oh no, it's the least.
Oh my God! Wait, what would 40k geese be like?
Exterminatus.
Warp geese.
Oh God!
No, hell geese.
A daemon goose.
That sounds like a campaign, like literally infestation of demon geese.
The Daemon Goose.
With an extra S for some reason. Anyway, no, you're not dealing with Dino Geese. So that was your granary thing.
Honestly, I'm kind of feeling that we're going to have the same thing at the fishery. Let's just do the fucking same thing for the fishery.
Alright, you just are like, hey, here's your security package.
Like I said,
here's a water fence.
Like I said, they're storing food or gathering food here. Just mine contaminants, increase security, make people be on the up and up. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah, the rail riding dogs.
Oh, yeah. There's actually a thing for that food stuff analyzer.
Whatever. I got them whatever sensors are good for whatever they're trying to do. Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Alright, so that's all the potential major targets. We have beefed up security across the board and hopefully not burned a hole into taxpayers' pockets. I hope.
Alright. So that sounds like a good place to wrap the session. Just hold on. I'm going to just roll some dice real quick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll some dice, see what happens.
Oh,
no.
Great. We actually have now all our things are tested.
No.
I guess all this work had to mean something.
Well, I need to clearly weaponize the fucking lizard pigeons.
I mean, why not?
I believe, I don't know if he said it out loud or in text, but I think Marth said earlier he did want Cav to be the kid with go for animal bond.
Yes.
Get a laser.
He'll have a lizard pigeon on his shoulder.
Sure, we can do that.
We
can figure that out. There are plenty of small minion creatures.
Randy was hit by a car as he sat at a bus. Fuck you, driver. Die.
Sorry, I am distracting Lucky by posting things about shooting animals.
Oh, well, nice, guys.
How was it?
Sorry.
Where was I? Oh, okay. So that was that. So, that's the check, right, for that? Okay, yes. So that's that, and that, and actually, hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, so actually that's, because of the way opposed checks work, that's that. So that's that way. And then they add that many dice to it. I think that's everything. Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's a lot of dice.
Okay. So we'll keep that in mind. Actually,
that's like a whole lot of damn.
Roll for them. Dice spot. Okay.
Dice spot.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you. Took him a second.
I was worried. I was like, wait, did all cancel out?
No. Is that different? Yeah, it's a different one. Okay. Gotta look at a different book.
Okay.
Not that this particular profile is probably sneaky. As you can tell from the dice roll, something very sneaky went somewhere.
Hopefully it was found, but we'll see.
Actually, did we think of protecting the government's office?
Not really.
No, but I will tell you that's not on my list of vulnerabilities because that's the way this place is. The government is probably not important enough that oh no, you blew up the mayor. People will be demoralized, but also probably pissed off. But that won't actually affect the campaign any.
And like the salvation plant and like this power plant is like kind of really important.
Well, we don't know. I don't know where they went.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
probably only learn about it.
Suddenly we find the granary was blown up.
We'll only learn about it later.
Okay. Alright, so, do I have a random time of day generator?
D24?
No, I got a clock time generator.
Okay.
Alright, so... That's a good one. 15. Let's see, what would 6 o'clock be in 24-hour time?
1800.
18. Okay.
It's also 28 hours, but we'll never know that. How that works with 30 dollars.
It doesn't matter. I don't know if they actually alter the times for that much. So at about 16:30, so late afternoon, you get a shitload of calls on the security line.
Oh.
One, a security guard reports in from the desalination plant. Actually, it's probably more like, evacuate the building. We've detected a bomb. Everybody out. Follow your action plan. Everybody evacuate the building. We've got bombs. Hey, is that a drone? Blow! A security guard gets shot. Blow!
Oh no.
And maybe on the sensor feed you see. Can I pull up an image of these guys? Probably. Hold on.
I don't know more of these things.
Is it some roly-poly boys?
No.
Droidicas. It's like this plant doesn't work with Droidicas.
No, they're these guys.
Oh.
Those things look like clone goblins.
Sabotage
like
droid.
goblins.
So, there's some sabotage droids attempting to blow up your desalination plant.
Oh, jeez.
Man, the power plant calls in and is like, there's a view of aqua droids coming into the moon pool. Hey, Aramaa, you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you... Shit, minutes. Do I want to... Hold on, I'm just wondering now. I've realized I may have made a misthink in my, Now, let's call it... Make me an average discipline check. This is to oppose lying.
To oppose lying? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you had any powers that kick in when you detect lies, like if you... I don't know if you have them, but I think, for instance, if you were like, oh, I have nobody's fool, upgrade deception checks, you would...
No.
You know.
No, I got 2 success.
Okay. So, Chorl Doug says, oh no, they've disabled the auto turret somehow. Not disabled the auto turrets. You don't know what he's talking about, but you have more problems than that. Because here's the thing that you guys missed on your threat. It's in the notes, though. There's a spaceport in Mor Iridu. So you get a call from the spaceport where it has completely slipped your mind to fortify that somebody's like, oh my god, there's some kind of horrible assassin droid stabbing people down here. Oh my god, Herbert. And there is... Hold on, let me see if I can get a good image of these. I'll say that you can still pull up on your sensors. You can look for them, but what are these guys called again?
I'm amazed that never came up for us.
Well, that's what the part of the check was. We missed.
Yeah, that was the threat, and then So,
honestly, I'm more miffed at like all these other defenses that we had. It's like nothing. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
So, well, you may have some things to wonder about that.
We might have.
You detected that Mr. Chorl is lying to you about something.
Mm.
The auto turrets aren't working, as you can clearly see. They're not working.
No, it's not that they're not working. They're turned off.
So, those things are rattling around your spaceport, trying to cause us some shenanigans.
That thing is scary.
Oh yeah. So's that'll be next session. Will be to see if your plans and your build-up can actually pay off.
Oh god,
and see about your security. So, you are being attacked on 3 fronts. So you've got some ruckus going on at your spaceport. There's somebody trying to attack your power plant with aqua droids. And there's some sabotage droids attacking your desalination plant. So you will have to organize your defense and move in to kind of work on that problem in whatever order you want, or send your guys or whatever.
Omega, I'm gonna tell you right now. Right. Aramaa is probably gonna from the command center.
I think we're gonna get some guys. Like,
what? You broke up there. You're gonna do what from the command center?
I'm gonna have to give orders from and instruct guys on where to go and stuff.
Okay. Well, you so long as you as a player accept that means you're going to be you're going to be the voice with an internet connection standing around yelling at people a lot.
Yeah.
Psych. No, not
you cannot,
there,
that means that if there's a problem, you cannot hit people with your laser sword.
I know.
I also think that, like, we should probably go to the desalination plant because they'll stop those bombs. We can probably send guys to the other 2 places to hold off a bit.
We'll see.
Well, you have a few days to plan it out. So, yeah, this was basically... So, there was multiple targets, multiple defenses with kind of the different things. And there may be some twists in there. I will say, whatever you do, you probably want to make sure Camo goes to the desalination plant, because he's the only guy with mechanics, so...
Right.
You want to disarm some bombs.
Splitting the party.
There's a couple of sabotage... There's a handful of sabotage droids that snuck into the plant.
I should have got that demolitions kit.
And honestly, so... I don't know. You probably could have gone with trying to like beef up security there or something with like people, like a surge of men, but you guys were kind of averse to that because they have a special ability that upgrades the difficulty of electronic checks to detect them. They have stealth coding, so they got an extra upgrade on their sneaky pants check. I still gave them the 2 setback dice though.
They rolled pretty well, but at least like everyone else rolled decently.
You can tell that there's something sus at the power plant because the aqua droids are not like super stealthy. They did manage to swim sneakily up to the moon pool, but it definitely appears that there's something is going on there where your security is not being activated properly. That may have been the threat that Axe rolled to check out that place and did not notice that weird Quarren guy was suspicious at all.
Oh.
Because that's what happens when you roll like 3 threat on a eyeball check, is the GM doesn't necessarily mention things.
No. Right. It was Kavis who went to check that out.
Was it Kavis who did that?
No, Kavis did fisheries.
I went to the power plant and I only rolled 4.
Kavis was fisheries.
It was like a single threat.
I could have sworn it was the core.
You did find the thing at the granaries, which was like, that was like a potential false lead, where it's like, oh, rat poison, and you're like, oh no, it's nothing. And then the spaceport was the, oh shit, we missed that in the high level, and then, nobody thought to double back and double down on that.
Oh.
Because, like I said, technically that's in the description, so you guys could have been like, oh yeah, what does it say about Mor Iridu? Oh hey, it says there's a spaceport here, but we didn't do that, so that's okay. There's no auto loss still, so it's like, oh no, the spaceport's been it's not that bad. It's just they got a freebie. I didn't even roll a check for them to attack the spaceport. They're just there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm amazed that like 1 threat on a check on the initial check.
Let it go, Axe.
It was not 1 threat. It was a couple.
Oh,
Axe, let it go.
I'm not bothered by it. It's more
Stop. Okay. Let's do XPs. So, let's see. So, you did your training. That was a thing. You...
Prep.
Yeah, you did your training. You did your proposal. We'll call it another major thing. And then you actually did your drills and prep time. So let's call it 15.
Faith in families and friends. I helped assist.
I'm going to give that to you because you went along with Boots in what was quite frankly a terrible plan.
Yes.
Congratulations, I gave you points.
You went along with this, even though that was probably bad.
I could have been shot.
Well, you probably wouldn't stunned or hit with a baton, but it was weird. So yes. Anybody else?
Pretty sure I didn't hit mine.
So it's like I don't know if I hypothetically did mine.
Okay.
What's your motivation again?
Mine's drive the mission. I was just thinking duty, which is different. Sorry.
Oh, nope. Your motivation? Oh, wait, are we talking duty or are we talking motivation?
Motivation. XP.
Motivation. Drive the mission.
I don't know. You did a fucking I don't know. How mean were you in the infiltration?
I purposely made it harder on myself not to hurt anyone.
If you had been like, yeah, I'm this person out just to show them like this pain of suffering, I would have totally said you would.
I don't know about pain of suffering, but like that was definitely you could just knock this guy out. But it's like, no, I'm gonna hide. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally helped my fellow clone brothers by pretending to be a weirdo guy in a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses.
No, I don't think you interacted with your clones so much.
Yeah, I'm joking. I didn't hit my motivation.
That's okay.
My motivation is my creed. People are counting on me. I want to say I hit it because this whole session was me like, all right, how am I going to
damage control?
And not very well, it turns out. But I tried.
I guess in the aftermath we're going to have to reinforce the spaceport a little, but also figure out
what people combat might be coming up next session. Time to get charm to 3.
Or get some balance.
Please don't have a dick measuring contest over charm dice. Thank you.
I'm joking. We don't actually do that. That seems like a complete waste.
I mean, it's a you thing to do.
It sounds like a you thing to do.
It is true. You are the guy who is like, oh, this sounds like I could have a lark. I'll do something funny.
Okay. To be fair, I can't fault you for that, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
To be serious, I wouldn't do that. Only 4 points in charm because I'm like, oh, this seems like it might be useful.
Duties. Well, Aramaa still has political and civilian outreach, so I think you got 5 there. Yeah. You're building.
Actually, wait, no. I think it should cancel out because I was not, like, I know I shouldn't be arguing this, but I did try, but I have also kind of failed in this. So I think it should come out.
Okay,
come out
if
flush.
you're willing to take the null, that's fine.
Because my measures, like, I took measures, but the measures weren't enough, so there wasn't actually it's not a net.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have some positives. For instance, next time when we do this, while you're coordinating, you do have a decent amount of militiamen trained to do the thing.
Oh yeah, no, we resolve everything next time, and, I fix the problem. Yeah, totally take my 5 then, but...
Alright.
I should probably get Mechanics 3, just in case, because we got bombs.
I think it's hard to defuse a bomb.
Probably.
Yeah, it's not... 2 yellows isn't bad. It's...
And a toolkit, which
just
gets
think about your, like, maybe your talents, because you will also be fighting. Like, think about your combat abilities. Okay.
So 15 experience, right?
Duty...
mine's personnel.
You did actually do some training this session, Loth. That's not technically strictly what how you feel about it, but it is definitely a thing you do to, like, train and equip these guys. And I know you wanted to get them some first aid training, you just couldn't because of the time scale.
As I said, I would like to, like, I feel like if it doesn't quite fit, if there is some, like, concern about it, I will gladly also not take the duty points.
I think it's fine to give you your plus 5 duty, so you're at 10.
Okay. Thank you.
Kavis is support.
I had
if you
support.
Helped anybody with any other...
Yes, he did.
All I helped was...
No, with their duty specifically is the thing. No. Support is... Support is you want others to accomplish their goals and duties.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't
so Kavis was heavily helping Aramaa, but because Aramaa considers a failure, do we want to call that he got that support anyway?
Well, I would put...
I say no.
Oh, okay. You're taking Aramaa's failure as your failure as well?
Yes, because if she failed, I failed in helping.
Okay. And Camo is sabotage, so I'm pretty sure no.
Yeah, because mine was just a test.
Alright, that's fair. Okay. Alright, you have your XPs, we did duties. Anybody actually generate conflict this session?
No.
Okay.
No.
Leave it for next time, where Aramaa might decide she needs to emotionally yell at people.
You're probably going to backhand that security guard dude.
Well, we'll see if we get there.
Yeah.
We'll see what your battle plan is. You have a couple days to plan out.
I can't wait to listen back to this and hear my dumb voice try to pass off some of that stuff.
Now I guess is we can do all the debate and stuff off mic because it's already 3 hours long. So we'll go ahead and cut here. So, hey, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you later, I guess. I don't want to say next week, because time, space, cough.